Oh, thought I'd go live and just say fuck it. Not going to be a late night stream tonight. I'll probably keep this motherfucker on for about an hour, maybe about an hour, hour and a half. Man, I was up till 4 a.m. last night. I kept people up last night. Don't know how I did it, but kept a lot of motherfuckers up last night. As you guys can see the lights and everything, those are from last year. I'm getting Halloween ready. Well, what's good, Matt? 1445. What's good, man? You ready for Halloween? I am. You're watching the World Series right now? Yeah, I'm not really into baseball like that, bro. I could care less who wins out of the Astros and the Braves. To be honest with you, it don't matter to me. Baseball is just a boring sport. I try to watch it. It's just not my thing, man. I'm more of a basketball and a football guy. Hey, Rick, how's it going? I see you on Facebook, bro. Hey, Veronica, how's it going? I see you on Facebook too. Hey, what's going on, baby girl? I don't know, dude. I mean, until Watson is traded, I don't even honestly, dude, I'm not even gonna address any trade rumors until Deshaun Watson is gone. When it's official, then I'll discuss it. Because other than that, it's just hearsay, man. So, what are your guys' plans for Halloween, man? Y'all got anything planned? Parties, whatever? I'm planning on doing a live stream for Halloween because I'm off on Sunday. So I'm gonna do the Texans Rams game, and then I may do like a Halloween stream, and then do the Rockets Lakers game that night, later that night as we play at LA. So I may stream that game as well. These are just some of the movies that I got at Walmart today because I'm gonna be watching these movies while the Texans are playing the Rams because I'm probably not gonna watch that game. This game's gonna be a blowout. So here's all the movies I got. Stay out of the attic, and I'll read the synopsis. It says here a diverse group of ex-cons turned professional movers are convinced by their creepy client to pull an all-nighter for a generous pay bump. It turns out that their client is a Nazi surgeon and his living experiments are rotten in the attic. As the night progresses and rooms are cleared, they slowly uncover the horrors that exist inside his old Victorian mansion. Together, they must find a way to escape the House of Horrors. This looks like going to be a pretty good movie, man. This one is called The Call. I got this one as well in my collection. It says here, after a tragic accident, a group of small town friends must survive the night in a home of a sinister couple. One by one, their worst nightmares quickly become realities. They enter the realm of The Call. That looks good, like a good movie. Then, of course, most of you guys probably seen this Clash of the Titans, Wrath of the Titans on sale at Walmart for $3.74. Can't beat that. And then, of course, for all you guys that are Critters fans, look at this. Critter 4 collection for $7, man. You can't beat that. It's got Critters 1, Critters 2, Critters 3, Critters in Space is 4. And last but not least, I saw this on there, so I thought I'd get it. It's called Village of the Vampire. And this looks like a pretty good movie. And if you see the back of it right here, I'll be watching these on Halloween Day. So I'm probably going to get up real early Halloween Day, like, 8 o'clock a.m., just start watching movies, man. And just, I'm so excited this year, man, for Halloween, man. I'm not going to go out. I mean, nobody goes out trick-or-treating anymore, but, I got the little lights on here. I got my pumpkin up there. I'm going to decorate the whole room and make it look real cool and just make this thing lit, man. So you'll be watching all the football games Sunday ticket like I do every Sunday. Well, I might flip back and forth, man, but honestly, I'm going to be watching these horror movies. That's what I'm going to do because I know my Texans are about to get blown the fuck out. I know we don't got a chance. We ain't coming. We ain't winning that game, bro. We getting blown the fuck out. Oh, man. And David Coley comes in today and says, just all arrogant too. He says, hey, how's it going? He said, Davis Mills is a starter. Any other questions? I'm just like, I mean, obviously, he's going to start, because he said Tyrod is still day to day. There's no guarantee when he coming back. And he won't even sign a backup quarterback still. He just refuses to do it because he's just an arrogant piece of shit. So I just don't care. I don't care anymore. I'm not going to watch the game on Sunday. I'm not going to watch them. Just don't care. As soon as the games are over, I'll start grading the picks. That's it. I'm going to watch. Not going to watch it. Just going to not even waste my energy on Halloween Day. They're just not going to ruin it for me. I'm just going to watch something else. Hey, Anthony, man, I saw your Minnesota win in Milwaukee and won the other night. That's not bad. But like I said, the NBA season is long, man. So it's like I said, we're barely like 4 or 5 games in the season. So you still got like, 78 left? Yeah, it's a lot of games, dude. The NBA will start getting interested around the 15, 20 game mark. That's when it'll start getting like a little bit interested and kind of pick up this and that. But it is Halloween night, man. Oh, Halloween weekend. What are you guys going to be for Halloween? Y'all going to dress up, anything like that, or be anybody? Or y'all just going to be like Scrooge McDuck and be like, bah, humbug. Bah, humbug. Who needs to celebrate Halloween? I'm too good for it. Bah, humbug. Oh, man. Maria was supposed to be here, but she got kind of tired and stuff. And it's okay. It's no biggie. I told her she'll come next time, and I'll have her on the panel, and we'll have discussions and stuff like that. And so I decided to kind of switch topics up a little bit. I'm only planning on staying on live for an hour today. And the reason is because of the fact that last night I stayed up till 5 fucking a.m., dude, and it killed me. Like, I barely got any sleep, and I have to get a good night's sleep tonight. Like, I have to. Like, 11 is the latest. Like, really, I'm supposed to be in bed right now, but I'm just gonna have just an hour discussion of some things I wanted to talk about. But again, these are all the movies I got. I'm so happy that I said I was gonna get movies, said I was gonna do it. I did it. So I'm going to be a movie buff guy on Sunday, just watching movies all day. Yeah, my friend hit me up just earlier, and he was like, he was on this dating app. Well, what's up, man? I got 8 videos, Rick. I'll show you them again. Oh, hey, Shelby, what's up? Look, I got Stay Out of the Attic. That's number 1. Looks like a good movie. Village of the Vampires is 2. That's what I got. The Critters 4 movie collection set. 1, 2, 3, 4. Clash of the Titans and Wrath of the Titans, a 2 movie set for $3.74 at Walmart. And last but not least, The Call. And I just said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get these movies and make it a movie night on Sunday, man. You guys will be watching football. I'll be watching horror films. I'm having a hard time with dating. Oh, well, join the club. I just had a buddy. You know what's funny? You're in the room, Shelby. A buddy of mine I was just on the phone with, right? And he's on this dating app. Everybody goes on dating apps and meets people and stuff. That's like the thing now. Everybody goes online or whatnot to, meet people and stuff like that. And he's like, yeah, man, I've been talking to, I told him, don't put all your eggs in one batch, to have multiple options, because these women are also talking to multiple guys too. So it's only fair that guys play the game back. So he told me that he was talking to this one girl, and the first one he was supposed to meet, she said she had all these rules. And she said, I can only meet on this day at this time, and I can only meet for 30 minutes. He didn't have her number. She didn't want to give her number out or anything, not even a WhatsApp or nothing. And the only way he talked to her was on the actual dating app messaging. I told him that's a waste of time right there. Why the fuck would you agree to why would you even consider agreeing to terms like that? Man, I would have blocked that bitch in a heartbeat. if she'd have told me some dumb shit like that, I'd have been like, what the fuck is this? I feel like I'm going on like a doctor's appointment or something, you know? I'd have blocked her in a heartbeat. But anyways, so the second girl he's been talking to her for 2 weeks, right? And he was telling me today, he said, yeah, I have he told me earlier in the week, I'm sorry, about 4 days ago, he's like, yeah, I got a date this weekend. I said, okay. I said, when? He said, Friday. He said, it's this Latina chick I'm talking to. It's a white dude, you know. I was like, okay, that's what's up. And he's like, yeah, it's this Latin girl I'm talking to. Yeah, any advice? I'm like, nah, I don't really have any advice. Just be yourself. That's all I just said. I didn't like lay down anything I wouldn't tell myself. And anyways, so he calls me just earlier before I even turn the stream on. It's funny. And I said, hey, how'd the date go? And he said, man, he said that he talked to her and texted her and said, hey, like, I'm getting off of work. I'm just letting you know I'll meet you at the movies. And they both lived like about 20 minutes apart from each other, same area, basically. So they agreed to meet at a movie theater that's kind of like in the middle. And she was like, okay. And then so he went to the theater, or no, he said that he had told her days before, like, this, do you want to go out? Like, do you want to meet up? She said, yeah, cool. So he talked to her like every day for hours on end on the phone. So you think like, okay, this is going to go somewhere. It sounds pretty like this is going somewhere, right? I mean, you would think if you talk to somebody every day for 2 weeks straight on the phone, yeah, I think it's pretty much going somewhere, right? There's like an interest of some sort. So she agreed to that they would go to the movies, or they both made arrangements. And he said, I got you. I'll pay for you. Anything you need, I got you, whatever. Cool. So today comes. And he said, hey, I'll get off of work at so-and-so, but I'll meet, the movie for this time is so-and-so. Are you down to meet up? And she said, yeah. He said, okay, so I'll get home, get ready, and then I'll see you there. Like, they're supposed to both meet up. And she has a car and everything. She said, okay. And he showed up to the theater. When he went to call her phone, she didn't even answer. Like, it went straight to voicemail. And then he texted her and she's not responding. He went back on the dating app and she was on there. Right back on that motherfucker. And so, yeah. So he told me, what do you think of all of that? I'm like, she's probably talking to someone else. I mean, that's why you're on the dating app, right? Because you have options. He said, damn, she could at least called me and told me that it was canceled. I'm like, yeah, a lot of things happen. But doesn't mean people follow through anymore. Just don't even worry about it. I've had it all. Humped and dumped, ghosted, paid for dinner, and they never talked to me again. Blocked them. Nothing new, to be honest. It happens. That's life. I don't even let it bother me. That's why like the title says ghosting, like my whole thought about it. I don't even think about it. I don't give a shit. But imagine this. You're on the phone talking to somebody every day for 2 weeks and you made arrangements to meet up. And then the person says, yeah, I'll meet up with you. We'll go to a movie. And then you show up and they don't show up. And then they put their phone to voicemail. Ouch. That one's going to sting a little. Ouch. 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 Oh, hey, Polston, I see you're in the chat room. Look what I got for Halloween. I'm off Halloween day, so I'm gonna do like a stream of watching movies. I got Critters 4 film, Critters 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pretty much the movie based on Dark Horse. And then I got this one. It's called Stay Out of the Attic, Stay Out of Dark Horse's Attic. And then I got this other one right here called Avoid Dark Horse the Call. And then last one is Clash of the Titans and the Wrath of the Titans. I don't really watch baseball, to be honest with you. I think it's boring. It's too long. And last but not least, Village of the Vampires. This is what I got from Walmart today, so I'm really excited about it. So Sunday, I'm going to be watching all horror movies. I'm not even going to waste my time watching football, and I'm going to just take my mind off of you want the link? Sure. Why not? I'll let Polston on. Why not? I'm not letting anybody else on, so don't waste y'all's time. Because I'm not going to buzz you in. I don't care who it is. No, I'm not an Astros fan. I'm just a casual fan, dude. I don't really watch baseball like that, bro. I mean, I'm just a casual fan. I'll be honest with you. I'm more basketball, football. I hope the Braves win, though. I mean, I really could care less who wins. Let me buzz. What's up, Polston?
Hey, man, I'm going to tell you right now because I went through all the quarterbacks going into this draft for next year, and
Okay.
Matt Corral is the best one, dude. He's the one that y'all want to get. Don't
That's the
worry.
guy that I had on my radar.
Yeah. Don't worry about Malik Willis. Malik Willis, he's he plays for Liberty first off, so the competition is a little, not up to that standard.
I
But
agree.
whenever I see his ball is kind of like his throws are kind of like Peyton Manning or like Eli Manning, you know how they kind of loft up there.
Mm.
And I don't know incredibly about his accuracy, but it's like, man, this kid throws a pretty interceptable ball. However, what I think that you guys should do is get that defensive end. Don't worry about a quarterback. Save, you're probably going to end up trading Deshaun Watson, right? So you
Yes.
you should be able to get some picks out of that.
Oh,
Get that
definitely.
get that defensive end, and then your defense is going to be set for years. Then what you do is you get that tight end out of A&M
Okay.
and the running back out of Michigan State, that Kenneth Walker the third.
Yeah.
Get some stuff for your offensive line, and then let go of a third-round pick and bring in Sam Ellinger.
Mm. That's a good plan.
It would be a hell of a lot better than wasting that second-round pick on Malik Willis, and then all of a sudden he doesn't pan out, and he's like Zach Wilson, or he's like any. And to be honest with you, dude, looking at the stats, Davis Mills is about the same as he's probably like the second best quarterback in this draft.
That doesn't
As bad as it sounds, he's like the second best. I was
that
like,
doesn't
oh
that
yeah. But see, I kind of, I don't know if I told you or not. I'm pretty sure I may have mentioned it, but I was kind of skeptical of all these quarterbacks, anyways. Because hell, you and I could get out there and throw to some of them wide open ass wide receivers that they were throwing to.
Oh yeah. This draft class is probably the worst that I've seen.
Yeah. So whenever I was like looking up Davis's Mills stats, I was like, I wonder how bad Davis Mills is, because Stephen Rose rants on him all the time. I'm going to go ahead and check out his stats. And
Yeah.
him and Matt Jones are Mac Jones is pretty neck and neck as far as like statistic wise. The rest of them are horrible.
So would you say Mac Jones is the best in the draft so far?
So far this season, but I still got my money on Sam Ellinger being the best one that was taken. But he's he didn't do well enough in the preseason, but I thought he did pretty decent, and I think he'll get better. I think it's going to be something like Brady. You know what I'm saying? Give him a couple of years, let him learn how to run a pro style system, and see Mac Jones. The thing that I liked about Mac Jones, or not Mac Jones, but Sam Ellinger, is that his wide receivers in Texas were horrible that year that he was playing, and his offensive line wasn't doing him any favors neither. I know that they claim that offensive line was superior, but it really wasn't all that great.
Yeah. Look,
And
real shit wants to come in here. Real shit, show your face. Or I'm not letting you in. Because I have to know it's you, man. You're not a troll.
is it Dark Horse?
You're probably just fucking around. Yeah, see? You think I'm going to add you in, fucker? Yeah, it was fake. And it showed a penis picture right after that. But I didn't buzz it in. I'm not that dumb.
Is it Leon Calavera?
Probably. It's probably one
Leon,
of those.
fuck you, Steven Rose. Piece of shit.
Yeah. Really, I'm waiting for you to make 2 more videos about me, man. You're supposed to respond to me, man.
Yeah, I did a video saying that pretty much that it's not a good idea for Tony Khan to be in charge of creative since he has Asperger's, right?
Yeah.
And the common theme is if you got something like that, you're really good at like numbers and logical, doing stuff like that. But like creative, you get all this stuff that doesn't make any sense to anybody else. So randomly out there. So Dark Horse did a video saying, look at all this this shows you that they're creative because autistic, and of course Asperger's is just a spectrum of autism. It doesn't accumulate all of autism, but whatever. And so he goes out and he says, look, they can pick in unusual stuff, and this is an unusual product. I totally fucking agree. I totally agree, because nobody in their right fucking mind that understands wrestling, that has been has watched wrestling for years, says, hey, we got to go ahead and get over the card. Let's go ahead and book CM Punk against a freaking cruiserweight in Darby Allin that's like 5'6" and 100 pounds. That makes no sense whatsoever. I'm not impressed with Mac Jones.
Well, Shelby, to be fair, there's really not a quarterback in this draft class that's really done any of that good.
And to be honest with you, Mac Jones, because I've liked the Patriots for years. Mac Jones kind of reminds me a little bit of Hugh Millen for the Patriots. You know what I'm saying? That's where they're at right now. He's not Drew Bledsoe. He's not Tom Brady. He's Hugh Millen to me. I think that he's definitely the best one in this draft. I like I said, I thought that Trevor Lawrence. I knew he was going to be kind of overrated, and that was to be expected because he came from Clemson. All his wide receivers were open by a mile.
Okay.
Just like Tua, just like Justin Fields. I mean, whenever you're throwing into a window where your receiver has 5 yards of separation, that's a hell of a lot different than throwing into a window where they have 2 to 1 yard separation, and you have to get it in there and zip it in there. It's a totally different game.
So I want you to repeat again what you think Texans should do with their draft picks, because Mike Anderson, he's a big Texan guy too. And he just came in the chat room. So what are you saying we should do with our draft picks again?
What I think you should do now, like I said, if you go for a quarterback, you want to go for Matt Corral, not Malik Willis. But what I think you should do is you should go after Kavion. Michael know who it is. The defensive end out of get that defensive end.
Was it LSU? I think, or I forgot. Yeah.
No, LSU was Stingley.
Oh, okay, Stingley. Yeah.
Get one of those guys. If you get either one of those guys, you're not going to go wrong. Your defense is going to be better. But I would try to get that defensive end because I like the defensive front, just like I like the offensive line. Try to get that defensive end out of Oregon, I think it is. Yeah, he's out of Oregon.
Okay.
Yeah, get him. And then, you're going to, like I said, you're probably going to part ways with Watson. So whatever you can get out of Watson, try to get as much as you can out of him. Get that tight end out of Texas A&M, and then get Kenneth Walker III, that running back out of Michigan State, and just in between there, build up your offensive line, and then trade like a 3rd round pick and get Sam Ehlinger.
I wonder if the Colts are convinced that Carson Wentz is the guy, so they'll give us Ehlinger.
I mean, yeah, you got Luke Matthews that's going to come out. He'd be a nice young center. You can get some of the guards at a pretty good price because usually those offensive lines you could do pretty good in round 3 and round 4. But I think that running back out of Michigan State, that Kenneth Walker III, I think that he'll be similar to what y'all had in Arian Foster. So I think you could go ahead and do a running game And then you can bring in a Sam Ellinger. And while Sam will probably, with your wide receiver core, won't be setting the world on fire, I think he would be doing just enough to go ahead, stabilize that, to go ahead and legitimize the run. And I think that the following years you could go ahead and add pieces to your offense. But
Nice.
I would work on your lines first. You know what I'm saying? And so you'll be in the position to get one of the best defensive linemen. You can go ahead and replace J.J. Watt now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
And then you can go ahead and like I said, your defensive line will make your secondary better. Getting a good secondary piece is okay if you have a solid defensive line, but having a solid defensive line makes your secondary better. Having a solid offensive line makes your offense better. And I think that there'll be some good value picks in this draft. And you can get a guy like Ellinger. And then later on, you could still get that Spencer Rattler guy probably in the 6th round because he's fell out.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You can get your backup quarterback in the 6th round and then just have him on the bench because he's going to fall. I mean, if you're going to try and target Spencer Rattler in the 1st round, that would be crazy.
Yeah, that would be a waste of time. Yeah, you're right. David Coley comes in the press conference today, and he was like, the first thing he says is he goes, "Hey, how's everybody doing today? Davis Mills is a starter. What's any other questions?" I was like, oh, God. I mean, I know Tyrod's not going to play, so I get it, but he won't even sign a backup quarterback.
But I'm telling you, man, if you get that defensive end, you're going to win games next year. Y'all are going to be hard to stop. And like I said, I think that if you go after an Ellinger or one of these younger talents, one of these other quarterbacks, you could bring. The reason why I say Ellinger is because Ellinger has the potential to be a franchise quarterback.
He does. I believe that too.
And like I said, his stats at Texas were decent. They weren't horrible. They were decent stats.
Yes.
That offense was atrocious at Texas that year. I mean, he was learning a new system. The wide receivers clearly didn't know anything about that system, and he was hitting the wide receivers in the hands. But a lot of his incompletions were actually drop passes. So I think that he has a lot of potential. I think if you put him in that position and you work with him a little bit, I think he'll be good. So if you get Sam Ellinger and you bring him in, you don't have to waste one of your draft picks, your high draft picks to get a quarterback. You could probably get him for a 4th, maybe even a 5th. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we traded Ingram just recently. We got a third round pick for him.
So see, there's your 3rd round pick. Just send that to the Colts, and then you can get Sam Ellinger, and then you could use your other 3rd round pick to go ahead and get that Kenneth Walker guy, and then he'll like I said, I think that he kind of I think he has that potential to be an Arian Foster, and then you bring in that tight end because you'll have a red zone threat then with that tight end from Texas A&M.
Yeah,
and you'll be good to go. Let's see. Rick Smith drafted J.J. Watt. Yeah. Watson, Owen Daniels, sign on. Yeah, see, Owen Daniels is one of those I thought you should have put on your wide receiver list because for a tight end, he was pretty damn good. Sign undrafted Arian Foster, Steve Slayton, Prime. Yeah. See, that guy knew talent. He knew talent. And see, it's getting on these. It's going ahead and looking up all these players and stuff. And I was like, man, you know what? That's what Texans need to do. They need to, start gearing up. And that's what Dallas did. For years, dude, everybody thought I was the biggest Dallas hater in the world.
Yeah.
You're just a Dallas hater. You don't know football. Dak Prescott's going to throw for 6,000 yards. Yeah, he's going to throw for 6,000 yards last year. But out of the 5 games we played, he only won one of them. I don't care if Dak passes for 6,000 yards. I want to win games. That's what it's about. How do you win games? I'm going to tell you right now, the run and the defense travels. It travels. So if you can establish a running game and you can run the ball, you're going to win that game. If you can go ahead and stop the other people from scoring, then you're going to win that game. What did Dallas do? They focused on the run this year. They went ahead and got some pieces. I still say that Trayvon Diggs, y'all are overrating Trayvon Diggs. But what did Dan Quinn do? He goes out, he gets a guy like I can't pronounce the guy's name, but that Asamoah. He gets Asamoah, he gets Micah Parsons, and he gets Golson. And that Asamoah, guess what he's doing? He's drawing double teams. Well, that means that they're getting pressure on the quarterback. Guess what happens whenever the quarterback is rushed? He's throwing interceptions to Trayvon Diggs. That's why Trayvon Diggs' interception last year, he was getting burnt. He was getting ate up. But if they would have done what I said that they did, the first person that they should have picked was that Cesar Ruiz, that center, which is okay because their offensive line looks pretty decent right now. But he was the first person that I wanted was another guard or a center to put in the middle of that line to get some push up front.
Yeah.
Then I wanted them to get that Gross Matos, and I wanted them to get Terrell Lewis. Because if you put those pieces on the defensive line, then guess what's going to happen? That secondary is going to be good, and since you lost Byron Jones, you don't have to worry about your secondary, being cover, freaking Revis Island. They're going to look good because the defensive line is putting pressure, but they didn't, and their defense sucked. They didn't even get the best cornerback in the draft. I still say that's L'Jarius Sneed for my money.
So what do you think? What do you think Dallas does to beat Minnesota this Sunday? I know y'all got a big Sunday night game, and
I'm going to have my fucking fingers crossed, dude, because Minnesota is like a bitch. It's like one of those trap games for us. Every time we play Minnesota, dude, they end up finding a way. The only team that pisses me off from the NFC North worse than Minnesota is Green Bay.
Yeah,
but Minnesota's like really, really a close second. Chicago, Detroit, those teams are what they are. But Minnesota, dude, I'm telling you, dude. And I picked the Cowboys. I picked the Cowboys. But man, I was like, shit. I kind of don't want to pick them. I picked the Green Bay Packers beating the Arizona Cardinals too. And that's kind of how I feel about this Dallas game. It could very easily be an upset, but I don't want to admit it. So,
what do you got to say about this? Not sure why the Texans signed Marcus Mariota the past offseason. He had a crazy shootout with the Raiders against the Chargers last year. He definitely improved under Gruden.
I don't know about Marcus. He would definitely be a good guy to have on your backup squad. And, if he ends up, winning out that first job, more power to him. We know that there is guys out there. I do think that they're trying to tank. You got a New England guy right now in Houston.
Yeah.
And what do we know about New England? New England is a defense run option. You know what I'm saying? That's what kind of team they are. That's how they win. Everybody's like Brady. But whenever Brady got to Tampa Bay, when he's going into the playoffs, what did Brady say? Hey, let's get Leonard Fournette in here.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Because he knows he relies on that running game. Because if you're going to stop Brady, well, then Brady's going to hand off, and Leonard Fournette's going to end up doing what Leonard Fournette did in the postseason. And that's what Dallas is doing now. They're not worrying, and then they need to stick with that. They need to stick with this formula because they kind of went away with it in New England, but they need to get back on this formula, especially if they're going to beat Minnesota. You need to run the ball. You need to control the time clock, and then you need to let Dak pick that secondary apart after you've established a run. That's exactly what Brady does. That's exactly what Belichick has done for all of those years. And the NFL still hasn't caught on. They're still trying to play, we're going to go ahead and throw it on you and throw for about 400 yards a game. That doesn't win football games. It'll win football games in the regular season. But that's why y'all didn't have any success in the postseason. You got Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson's doing everything. I'll give you that win in the regular season. If I'm a coach, I'm giving the Houston Texans the win in the regular season. Why? Because all I need to do is stop Deshaun Watson. If I can stop Deshaun Watson, in that second half, then I know y'all aren't going to score any more points.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so I meant having that run option, having a good running back. Now, I will tell you this, and I've told this to Kevin. I'm not high on Malik Willis, particularly in Houston, because y'all just don't have the team and the pieces. However, I do think that he would probably work out pretty fucking good in Tennessee with Derrick Henry.
Oh,
They do have the team to facilitate a quarterback like Malik Willis. And, he wouldn't have to be, setting the world on fire immediately. But with those wide receivers and stuff like that, and as he learns the game, he'll be able to progress in Tennessee. I don't think that Houston, he would, get that chance.
The Tennessee Titans, they go at Colts. Who do you got to win that game?
I think the Colts.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, Carson Wentz has been playing pretty good.
He's been playing pretty good, and it's in Indianapolis. Had it been in Tennessee, I would have probably picked Tennessee, but I think that the Colts need this game a little bit more than Tennessee does. Tennessee's been on a high streak here lately,
Okay.
and I think that the Colts are trying to play catch-up with them, so I think that they're going to come out and the same reason why Green Bay beat Arizona. You're looking at a number 1 seed. You know what I'm saying? And Arizona's a young team. They've been, lighting it up. But, Aaron Rodgers knows what that means.
Yeah.
So, of course, Aaron Rodgers is, he's a veteran. You can't count him out. So that's why I picked Green Bay to upset the and like I said, man, I was like, man, this feels like one of those games where Aaron Rodgers is going to come in and he's going to steal one in Arizona. And then all of a sudden next week it's going to be the Aaron Rodgers show. And that's
right now, my personal opinion, I know everybody talks about Bucks and Rams, but I'll say this right now. I'm thinking Green Bay and Dallas are like 2 underdogs or like 2 underrated teams that nobody's really considering to be favorites in the NFC. Like everybody keeps talking about Rams and Bucks.
Well, dude, I have to disagree because I don't think that Dallas is underrated. And I don't think Dallas.
Well, ESPN treats them as underrated.
I don't think that's the. I mean, the bad thing is that ESPN uses that stuff for ratings. But if you look at everywhere, and I don't really even consider ESPN anything where I can rationally go to and get any real accurate information. I mean, you look at how bad they were crying because nobody picked Justin Fields. You know what I'm saying? And so, I mean, there's no there's no real sports expertise in the ESPN. However, if you go to these other networks, the NFL Network and all these other sports channels, and you watch them talk about Dallas, they do that for the ratings. I don't think that Dallas has the team yet, and I just think that part of the reason why what's going to keep them out is because their defense is still pretty young.
Yeah.
And I think that when they get into the playoffs, still make some mistakes. That's why I like the Rams. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford is a vet. He's going to want to get to a Super Bowl. That defense is, all the veterans, and they're trying to make their push. So that's why I like the Rams the best. And I think that Green Bay, you're right on them. They're a sleeper team. I don't think that Tampa Bay is going to make it this year, though. I think they'll get put out pretty early. I don't know by who, but I'm thinking maybe the Rams. Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe the Cowboys. It had good ratings as the first game of the season. Why not do it again, right? But somebody's going to put out the Bucks this year.
I got a crazy feeling we're going to see Green Bay and Dallas in the playoffs.
They'll definitely be in the playoffs.
They'll meeting up, like playing each other.
Yes, I do believe that too. I think that it'll be Green Bay and Dallas meeting up sometime in the playoffs. I don't know where, don't know when, but it's going to happen.
Would you rather it be in Lambeau Field or would you rather it be in Dallas?
As long as we win, I don't give a fuck where it is, dude. I hope we whoop this shit out of them. I hope it's like fucking 45-10 or something.
I don't mean to sound like a traitor, but like when I was in Dallas, what was it, back in August or August 30th, I was in Dallas. And when we went to AT&T Stadium and I saw that stadium, Jerry's World, I was sitting there like walking around the place, taking pictures, filming with Travis. And I said, you know what, man? Like, honestly, I had no like energy to watch football this year. Like, I literally had none. I wasn't even going to watch football this year. Like, because I saw like Davis was starting, Davis Mills, and I'm like, no, I don't even want to watch football. And then as soon as like I saw Jerry's World in the stadium, I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and watch the football this year. Like, it just the energy I got from that.
And you
Jerry's
see
World,
that playing into the Cowboys this year too, huh?
huh?
You see how that energy is kind of like went into the Cowboys this year.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I have to admit, I think that y'all made a good decision in giving Dak that extension. And then, even though he broke his ankle and everything like that, and then for him to have the kind of comeback year he's having, he just has a little bit of that Aaron Rodgers swag to him. I like that.
As long as
He's
as long
having
as
fun.
they keep, as long as they can keep it manageable, I don't mind him. But at the end of the day, Dak needs Zeke. Zeke's having a hell of a year this year. Dak
Yes.
needs that defense, and they got lucky that they finally got that defense together, because this is the team that I wanted last year pretty much. This is the team that I was trying, and I was going, like I said, I was on Facebook. I was in your Tyler Spence. Yeah, the Cowboys fan. I
Yeah.
was in a little site making my little mock draft. Nobody liked it. They wanted CD Lamb. And I'm like, we've already, basically CD Lamb is the same as I wanted Chase Claypool in the third round. I didn't want to get a wide receiver in the first round because I wanted defense. I wanted something solid up front to go ahead and take, because we had a lot of losses. I says, we need to look at defense. We need to look at offensive line. Travis Fredericks is, we need to worry about running the ball, shutting down the offenses and whatnot. That's how you win games. And they were like, oh, no, you don't know football. But last year we had the whole division had a horrible season last year. And, it's frustrating. So I know where you're coming from. And, I want to win football games. I don't care about stats. Stats is not going to win me football games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I could tell you, I tell you this right now. If Dak throws for 250 yards, right?
Yes.
And scores 2 touchdowns. And then Zeke runs for 150 and scores 2 touchdowns. And we win that game 28 to, say 10. That's a hell of a lot better than Dak throwing for 450 yards and scoring, 4 touchdowns, but we're losing the game 35 to 28. I would take Dak throwing for 189 yards and 1 touchdown, and Zeke running for 3 touchdowns.
Ooh.
And yeah, then Dak throwing for 450 yards and us losing.
Do you realize there's 5 NFC teams right now that are hot? You got Bucks, Rams, Cardinals, Cowboys, Packers.
I've got the Bucks losing this week.
Who they play? The Saints? You got okay, so you're saying they're going into New Orleans and taking an L?
Yeah. So I got some upsets this week. And like I said, they're going to New Orleans. So
I picked Jacksonville to go in Seattle and upset, but I don't think that's really much of an upset. But to me, it's an upset. I think they're going to go in and win.
I picked Jacksonville too.
I think Urban Meyer's is going to be doing the shimmy. Like after the game, he's going to be doing the shimmy.
He's going to go ahead and find one of those cheerleaders and say twerk on.
He's going to say, hey, man, I've won 2 in a row. I'm feeling some type of way after this.
Yeah. He's going to be like, I told you. Fucking Trevor Lawrence is going to throw for 300 yards and 2 touchdowns and then fucking beat fucking Seattle like 14-10 or something. And they're going to think that they did something.
I think the Texans are going to get blown out, Rick. I saw your comment on Facebook Live. We're going to get blown the fuck out this week. This is going to be another bad week and another Davis Mills shit show. and it's just going to be one more week to have me depressed again.
Y'all are playing the Bucks, right?
No, Rams.
The Rams. Okay, yeah.
Coming to our house.
Yeah, they're coming to your house. Yeah, I have y'all losing.
And David Coley, he's so fucking arrogant. He just comes in the press conference. He's like, Davis Mills is starting. Like, don't even ask any questions about it. And then they said something about, so what do you think about the Rams coming in? You know, the high powered offense, they can score points. He's like, they not coming to our house embarrassing us. I'm like, well, fucking everybody else is doing it.
They are.
I mean, this guy's so fucking arrogant, dude. It just annoys me like every time I hear him talk.
Why don't y'all start Coley at quarterback?
Like long and short.
Yeah. All the Houston Texans just go out there on the field and say, "Hey, Davis, I'm sorry, we're going to put you on the bench, but Coley is going to go ahead and take. He's going to take your spot." And I don't want to. I'm a GM or whatever the fuck.
He's the head coach, but
yeah. Oh, I'm the head coach, and then say, "Yeah, not today. You're the quarterback."
No, I do have a funny feeling though. So he's going to be like, "Remember the longest shower, Burt Reynolds? I'm that guy. That's me."
Yeah. Sorry, it slipped out of my hand. I had popcorn.
It's I'm that guy. I'm that backup quarterback. So if Mills gets hurt, don't ask any questions about backup quarterback because if Mills gets hurt, I'm going in. So stop asking what's the next question.
But I think that's what Coley's trying to do. I think Coley's trying to go ahead and tank. And if he tanks and y'all get somebody, one of these other suspect quarterbacks, dude, y'all are going to be bad for a long time.
I know. I want to just
yeah.
At first, I was on the Spencer Rattler trade. Now I'm off that trade.
Yeah, well, y'all could probably get him in the 6th round. He would be a good backup.
So, okay, so what do you say would be the first pick the Texans should get in the draft? Like, let's say they get the 2nd pick in the draft.
If they get the 2nd pick, Stingley. But if y'all get the 1st pick, get that defensive end. Ooh. And I'm higher on defensive line than I am secondary. Stingley's a secondary player. I can't think of his name right now. Mike Anderson knows who it is because Mike Anderson's been telling you to draft him the whole time y'all were talking about quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And so we're in agreement on that. Like even if if I could get a hold of him and put him up on Dallas's defensive line, I would. But we're not gonna be in that. We'd have to lose every fucking game, and then we still wouldn't have a chance at getting him. So.
Okay, so you're saying that if we got the 2nd pick, go for that corner, right?
Stingley, yeah.
Yeah, Stingley, and if we get the 1st pick, go for the defensive end, right?
Right.
Okay, I like that. And then okay, next round, what do we do next round? 2nd round.
That tight end from Texas A&M. I go back and make I was looking it up, but the tight end from Texas A&M, get him in the 2nd round. To get you'll have a red zone threat. So even if you do have a quarterback that you have to work with, he'll have a red zone threat to pass to. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, let's hear what arrogant Coley has to say. I'm going to go ahead and play the clip. It's 1 minute and 38 seconds. It's just after he just his press conference, I just was like, you know what, dude, I'm just done with this guy. Just want him to get fired. But anyways, let me go ahead and I don't want to hear the ad first. Hold on. 1 second. Hold on. I'm going to turn it up. Okay, here we go.
Morning. Good. Started. Davis will start. We just don't feel like Tyrod's ready right now. Again, we're just taking it day by day, just like we did this week. He's made a lot of progress, but not enough progress to be ready to get back out there and be our starter.
So with Davis, what do you expect from him in this next start? How do you feel like he's prepared for this game?
He's prepared. He's taken most of the reps in practice all week, just like he has been. Tyrod took some reps, but he's prepared just like he's practiced any other time as a starter.
This is the same disaster every week.
I hope so.
He's trolling.
Tyrod hasn't done enough to get in the field until we get the first round pick.
Look, here we go. Look.
Guys heal differently. So
Wait.
it's just time, Brandon. It's just time. With the hamstring,
Time.
it takes time, and guys heal differently. So he's making great progress, but at this point, we just don't feel like he's where he needs to be, play the way he needs to play.
Look.
Well, Brandon, basically just play good football. If we play good football, the reason we struggle is because we played bad football. We feel like that we've had another good week of practice, and
oh my God, it's every fucking week. This guy says the same thing.
Dude,
he had a great week of practice. Davis Mills is progressing. Look at his completion rating's gone. It's been proven. I'm like, dude,
and I know y'all hate Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
However, I agree with Deshaun. Y'all should have bought in Eric Bieniemy.
Oh, for Kansas City?
Yeah, that's who y'all should have picked up instead of this guy. I was hoping y'all would go for Bieniemy. But they're like, oh, well, see, Eric Bieniemy is, and then you had the smear campaign from ESPN, and then y'all picked up this guy because he's a New England guy. That's the only reason that y'all picked him up is because you're a New England guy. And New England still beat y'all, so y'all didn't even, it's a New England curse that, former New England assistants go to another team.
And they do bad.
Oh, yeah.
Flores, the pencil of Matt Patricia.
Yeah.
I would say the only coach that came from New England that did decent was Bill O'Brien? Would you say?
Let me see.
I wouldn't say Josh McDaniels. He didn't do good in Denver. He went 6-0 and then lost a shitload of games, and then he turned down the Colts head coach job.
The coordinator in Denver, wasn't he?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, see, he wasn't the head coach. And to be honest with you, they set him up for failure because they were setting Tebow up for failure because, they took all the fucking tight ends off the field. So that's why fucking Tebow's numbers were so horrible in Denver.
Oh, okay.
They removed his tight ends. And a tight end is a quarterback safety blanket. You know what I'm saying?
Iron has Jack Easterbay written all over it. Ultimate charlatan.
Hey.
Brandon Staley, Joe Brady, Eric Bellamy, or any coordinator under Sean McVay. And he says, with how idiotic and arrogant David Coley is, you can bet Davis Bill's going to start next year. You look up the story about Steve Smith getting snubbed and run around by Coley years ago. Oh, God.
Well, look at it this way. Maybe y'all will draft that Matt Corral, and then y'all will draft Matt Corral, and then what'll happen is he'll get to Houston, and then fucking Coley will say, you know what, we're gonna bench him for Davis.
You got to learn. You got to learn, boy. Davis is still the veteran quarterback going into this year. You got to take notes from him.
Yeah, you got to. You could potentially win games. We want you to learn how to lose. Y'all are going to be the fucking Brooklyn Nets of y'all are going to be the Brooklyn Nets of the fucking NFL, man.
Rick said this on Facebook. I'm reading his comment right now. He says Coley's going to be like it's going to be the first string is going to be Davis, the third string is going to be Corral, and Corral's like, who's the second string? And Coley's going to be like, it's me, motherfucker. Who else do you think it's going to be?
They'll probably draft Spencer Rattler in the second round. That way.
And then every quarterback he drafts, he's going to put in front of Corral. Watch, like everyone for the years to just keeping him at the third string. He's going to be like, no, you just got to learn your ways, boy.
Yeah, that's it. He goes. He'll come up on stage and he'll shake Matt Corral's hand, and then what he'll do is he'll go, we've just drafted our second string quarterback. Are you happy? And then
literally, Coley just said we don't need the backup quarterback. Dave Smith's the only one we need. I'm like, dude, what if he gets hurt? I mean, what if the guy gets hurt? And he just has like this cocky arrogance. Like all of his answers, he's a know-it-all. It's just, honestly, I can see us going 1-16, and then next year, if he fucks this up, I have a funny feeling we'll probably, another tank season, and then I think he'll be on the hot seat after that.
Well, like I said, it'd be me. I go defense.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Go defense. Defensive end.
Or how about this with the first pick of the 2022 draft, the Texans select David Coley at defensive end. He just walks up and he shakes hands with the commissioner. He holds his jersey up and be like, I entered my name in the draft. I think it's about time to show these motherfuckers what I'm capable of.
I don't know, man. Like I said, how many games have y'all won so far?
One, but that was with Tyrod Taylor.
Okay, so y'all won one game.
And we're 1-6 and 0-5 with Davis Mills. He's about to go 0-6 this week.
Because Detroit's going to end up winning, I think.
Yeah, I think they'll beat the Eagles this week.
I think they'll beat the Eagles.
And I think they'll win a couple more after that, like 3 or 4 more,
So y'all might as well go ahead and tank and get that Mike Anderson's going to have to help me with that name.
Wait, so you're saying defensive end, right? If we get the number 1 pick?
Get the defensive end. Get the defensive
end. Pass rusher.
Yeah. And get that pass rusher, and your defense will be set. And then, like I said, get the tight end. And then, like I said, just get a guy because, I mean, you don't want to, even if Spencer Rattler is going to be available in the fucking 6th round, dude.
Oh, yeah. We'll get Spencer way later.
Yeah. Brock Purdy will be in the 4th round. But if y'all can go ahead and separate with the pick, I would probably just bring in Ellinger.
Hey, look what Mike just said. This is funny. Spencer Rattler looks like a splendid, sweet, and low version of Mahomes.
Yeah, he does. He looks like Patrick Mahomes if Patrick Mahomes never hit puberty.
Rick said he looks like Patrick Mahomes, but only the one that's going to suck. Yeah, maybe. Veronica said he looks like Patrick Mahomes' little gay brother. Oh.
He looks like Patrick Mahomes' baby sister.
Yeah, I could see Coley drafting him with the first pick, and then he's going to be like, "I'd like to announce that we are no longer in the sweepstakes of picking any other picks in the draft. We got our guy. Thank you. Good night. No questions, by the way."
Yeah. Yeah. Do some Mike Ditka shit.
Rick said he's waiting for Paul Heyman to come out and say, "My guy, Davis Mills," like Davis Mills on Monday Night Raw.
May I have your attention, please? My client, Davis
Mills. And then Davis Mills is standing there with that long neck. And he'll have the Paul Heyman guy's shirt on, and he'll be on Monday Night Raw.
He looks like Jeffrey the Giraffe, though.
Yeah. Dude, honestly, man, I'm thinking the Texans should just go and just sign fucking Jeff Driscoll just to see what he can do. Because honestly, dude, I see where Davis is going. He's going to suck the rest of the season, and then he'll have that resume of 0-15 with shitty stats, garbage time stats, and then they're going to be like, and then there's no way he can be able to start next year. There's no way.
I think that y'all will get somebody, but my whole deal is don't reach. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Don't reach. I mean, like Matt Corral is probably the most solid quarterback in the draft, but I would go defense.
Yeah, Bill O'Brien wasn't as bad as a head coach. He was not a good GM. I agree. Let's see. He said the universe has such a cruel way to punish athletes. Magic Johnson's son is 6'10", drag queen. Mahomes' brother 6'7", and a gay TikToker. Magic Johnson was a womanizer and a player, so I guess the gods had to punish him and make his giant gay drag queen son. That is true, though. Okay, so what about the Cowboys? I mean, just for shits and giggles, you go into the draft next year. What are you hoping the Cowboys would get? You know, I know you'll probably be a bottom, mid-20s, pick, but
go ahead and get another pass rusher and then move maybe Arden if from Michigan if he's still there. Get Arden, the defensive end, and then move Micah Parsons back to linebacker, and your defensive line should be set for years. That seems like the most logical choice.
Shelby said he's a Dollar Tree Mahomes. Dude, imagine the Texans next year sucking so bad, and we draft Spencer at the first round, and he's sitting there with his fucked up little hairdo on the sideline next to Davis Mills, and they both look like complete retards.
I wouldn't even call him a Dollar Tree Mahomes. Dollar Tree has name brands, like Aldi's, where they have generic looking brands where it's like bricks instead of tricks and shit. That's kind of like where I see Spencer Rattler comparison to Mahomes, like the alternative universe. This is what Mahomes would have looked like.
I sent you the leak, A-Bomb. I want A-Bomb to give me his thoughts on the Niners, because the Niners were, I thought 2-0 that Jimmy G was going to.
I'll be honest with you, man, and the Dallas Cowboys are doing really good, and I just got through watching the days whenever it was a rivalry between Dallas and San Francisco, and the NFL needs that. You know what I'm saying? That was a great rivalry, and you had that was a star-studded rivalry between the Cowboys and the Niners through the 90s, dude, and I wouldn't mind for the Niners and the Cowboys to be good at the same time. That would be good for the NFL, I think. I
agree, too. Hey, A-Bomb, show your face for just 1 second. Okay, you can go ahead and cover it now. I'll let you in. Let's see, add to the stream. Hey, what's up, A-Bomb?
What's up, man? Sorry I haven't got the picture.
Hey, man, I was going to ask you a question, man. What's going on with your Niners? You started off 2-0. You've lost 4 in a row. What's going on?
Don't even get me started on Jimmy Garbaggio.
Okay, let's
Jimmy
hear it.
Garoppolo's a piece of shit. I've been saying it since they signed him. Everybody been saying, oh, no, A-Bomb. Now, I was right. Everybody now knows I was fucking right. I was fucking right.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have signed Jimmy to Gimp. Jimmy Garbaggio. Yeah, don't even get me going on it. I'm fucking sick of it.
Would you be willing to trade Jimmy Garbage Low to Houston for Davis Mills?
Garbaggio.
Because I'm sure that Steven would be willing to go ahead and send y'all Davis Mills over there.
Nah, y'all, them Texans can keep him, Brandon. Nah, I'll trade Jimmy Garbaggio for a Chinese hooker and 3 happy endings. There you go.
I was saying at the beginning of the year the Texans should have jumped on Jimmy and Bosa and gave him Watson and
okay. Fuck you. No Bosa. He's ours. That's no deal. I'll trade you Jimmy Garoppolo for 2 Snicker bars and a beer.
All right. Well, I was thinking Watson and maybe some picks, or Watson and Merciless and maybe Watt.
Jimmy Garoppolo ain't worth nothing, no more than a 6-pack of beer. That's it.
I'm sure you could get a 6-pack of beer, Steven.
Yeah. So what's up?
And I'm talking natural light. Cheap beer.
Is Trey Lance playing?
Yeah, he comes in every now and then, and he sucks too.
But we were just
decision. Jimmy Garoppolo was a dumb decision, and Trey Lance's black life don't matter because he sucks too. There you go. That's where I stand.
Well, to be fair, this draft class.
How you doing, Will? By the way,
the
Prodigal Hill making some good videos, man. I like your stuff. I've been watching.
Yeah.
Thanks. I've been getting into the little wrestling feuds with the wrestling fans. So.
But now
So
this
you guys
draft
locked
class
up
this
on
year
me.
hasn't been doing that well. All the quarterbacks in the draft class not doing well this year.
Look, let me tap out, and then I'll tap back in. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, really, at the end of the day, fucking Davis Mills actually has better stats than Trey Lance.
Who does?
Your quarterback?
Oh, wow. If Davis Mills is the second best quarterback on his stats, that scares me.
Yeah, he is. Only behind Matt Jones, and they're really close, actually. They're actually a hell of a lot closer than you think. It's just Mac Jones happens to be on the New England Patriots.
Yeah.
But if Mac Jones was on the Houston Texans, he would probably have a similar record.
See, I said that the Niners should have drafted Mac Jones. I said that from the start, and all the Niners video makers were like, no, Trey Lance. I'm like, or Zach
I was
Wilson.
not that guy. I
Okay.
was not that guy.
Did you say
I
Mac
was not,
Jones?
don't put me with them dumb. Don't put me with them Garoppolo fans.
Okay.
No.
Who
No.
did you suggest they should draft?
Trey Lance started 6 games in college? No, I was not for it. No.
Damn.
I
Davis
mean,
Mills had more playing time than him.
I told the line, but
Yeah.
I wasn't excited about it.
Hey,
6 games at a small school does not a number 1 round pick make. We fucked up.
Hey, A-Bomb, who do you
fucked
think
up.
should have drafted? Who do you think the 49ers should have
Say that
drafted?
again, Hill.
Who do you think the
Mac
49ers
Jones.
Mac Jones? You thought they should have
I
went?
said the same thing.
Yeah.
I said the same thing. Mac Jones.
Nah, they wanted to be politically correct.
That's what it was,
They
too.
wanted to have affirmative action quarterback so they can fucking lose. That's where I'm at with that.
They wanted
Thank
to.
you politically correct Biden voters. You fucked our team.
They wanted to draft Colin Kaepernick's replacement.
Oh, really?
Anyways, no, I just wanted to tap in, guys. I've been doing estate sale and taking care of a bunch of legal stuff this week. So that's what I've been up to. Been too busy to do a hate week. So that's it. I'm going to run off. So I'll catch
All right,
you
man,
cats
take it easy,
later, all
A-Bomb.
right?
All right, have a good one, man.
Yeah,
Haven't
it's good to see
seen
A-Bomb
A-Bomb in a
again.
while. Yeah.
Well, hey, Mike Anderson said that Spencer Rattler looks like the grown-up version of Stephen Curry's daughter, Riley. Oh, shit.
I'm Stephon Curry's daughter, so I wouldn't know.
Rick said that Prodigal Hill is right. Steven Davis Mills, stat-wise, is the second best guy in the draft.
He is. He's the fucking second best. I'm telling you. Y'all got to steal. Y'all got to steal, Steven.
That's why David Coley keeps saying in the press conference, look at the stats. The stats don't lie. And I'm like, dude, you're fucking down like 30-0.
That's exactly why he's saying that. He's saying that because that's the second fucking best quarterback in the draft, man. He has better stats than Trevor Lawrence. He has better stats than fucking Zach Wilson. He has better stats than fucking Trey Lance. He has better stats than who's that other?
Then what's his name?
Zach Wilson.
Zach
Trey,
Wilson.
Yeah, he has a. It's going to be the fucking. It's going to be the Davis Mill 4 if he keeps going on like this for his career.
Guess who's starting this week for the Panthers? Did you hear about it?
Is it Christian McCaffrey?
Nope. PJ Walker.
PJ Walker is
Quarterback, the former Houston Roughnecks quarterback.
Yeah, who he is.
XFL.
Yeah,
Dude.
I picked the Falcons. I picked the Falcons, but I didn't know neither. So
yeah. PJ Walker's starting. I think the Texans should grab him.
I think they should too.
But I have a funny fucking feeling that the Panthers are going to try to offer us Sam Darnold for Watson. Would you take that deal?
Sam Darnold. I think I could. I think that there's potential there. I think he's shown it. I think that he's a guy you're going to have to get an offensive line for, though. But I think that there's potential there. I think he's salvageable. Mm-hmm. I just think that he met the Dallas Cowboys and we got into his head, and now he sees ghost again.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just don't see Sam Darnold being a good quarterback. Maybe I'm wrong.
Y'all should just go ahead, see what y'all can get out of him for Miami. Tank this season. Try to get some draft picks.
So it makes sense for the Texans to lose out, right?
Yes, at this point in time, you just might as well go ahead and lose out.
Okay.
If you're going to trade, Deshaun Watson, trading for some, draft capital, trading to like Miami for some draft capital, maybe you can get Tua out of the deal as well. He's not going to be much of an upgrade, but he'll be serviceable, I guess. And then
for the meantime,
get some draft capital, and then try to go after Ellinger. Or you can go after PJ Walker next year.
Nice.
One of the two.
Mm-hmm.
And it just depends on what Carolina does in the draft. You know what I'm saying? They may want to go ahead, and if they're seeing Matt Corral down there somewhere, they may want to go ahead and go after Matt Corral.
That's who I want. That's who I want in the draft.
You get a quarterback, get him. That would be if you're in the third, because they've got you in third right now.
Yeah.
In the draft. But I don't think that's the way. I think y'all are going to be number one. If y'all are number one, go for the defensive end. If y'all slip down to number 3 and y'all are going to go quarterback, get Matt Corral, not Malik Willis. Y'all will regret that.
It's just honestly, the Texans are doing so bad. I don't even know if I want it. It's hard wearing their jerseys because it's every week we come out, we're getting blown out. We're not putting points on the board.
Yeah. And see, it's frustrating, but next year y'all can have that guy. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I would go for defense first. And then, the good thing about the tight end is he works on the offensive line. So you get a couple of offensive linemen to go around him, and that's going to make your offense better. So then go for the running game. That's what I would do. Kenneth Walker III out of Michigan State. I think that he can supplement that run. And then, like I said, then go for a quarterback. Go for Sam Ellinger. Go for him. You know what I'm saying? Y'all will probably have the draft capital to go ahead and send some draft picks. And then, if he doesn't work out, you can always get a quarterback the following year because the next year's draft class, especially after this year's draft class, next year's draft class doesn't look exceedingly good neither.
Okay.
That following year, it'll probably be a pretty decent draft class,
So how far do you see your Cowboys making it this year? Like, obviously, y'all going to win the East. There's no question about it.
We'll win the East, and I do think that we're going to finally get over that Green Bay hump in the playoffs. We're going to beat Green Bay, and then I do think we're going to make it to the NFC Championship. The only problem that I have with Dallas this year is that defense is still young. It's still learning. They're learning fast, exceptionally fast. But I just think that whenever it comes down to LA's defense and our defense, I think that their defense will have the edge because they'll have the experience. Sam Darnold's is just – I meant not Sam Darnold, but Aaron Darnold is just, cold. And I think that whenever he gets in there, I think he's going to want to get to that Super Bowl again. He's been to a Super Bowl before. They know that they could potentially win it. I don't think that they will. I still have Cleveland winning the Super Bowl. And I still have them going to the Super Bowl because I think that they're built to have success in the playoffs.
Nice.
Strong defense, good running game. Yeah, I know they don't look good, right now, but I think that they're built for the long haul. And that's the same thing that I feel about Dallas, but I just don't think that I think that they're 1 year away still. I just think next year I have the Dallas Cowboys and the Oakland Raiders in the Super Bowl.
Wow, that's nice. You got Oakland Raiders making it next year?
Yeah, not this Super Bowl, but the next Super Bowl. Yeah.
Wow, are they going to make like a big sign-in or something? Or
well, they've already got a good team. I mean, you can get a running back, in this draft, and that's probably really all they lack. They've already got the wide receivers. They got the quarterback. They have the confidence. And, I don't really care about all the little soap opera stuff that goes on in the NFL, the John Gruden stuff and all that stuff. It doesn't make any difference to me. I only care about the product on the field. And they look like a team that's starting to get ready to make that run. They're a year away, just like we are. But, yeah. What year?
Do you want to see the Texans contending for a Super Bowl? You would say 2025. What is it going to be? 2021, 2022. So you're talking about another 3 seasons. It's possible. It just depends on if we have a franchise quarterback at that time. You know, are we going to have Deshaun Watson's replacement?
I mean, looking at it, looking at the free agency and stuff like that, there's no reason why y'all couldn't be competing in like 2023, 2022 even, making, strides and stuff. It just depends on your management. It depends on the players. It depends on the coaching and your organization as a whole.
Yeah.
Because anybody that has vision can sit there and see talent. And they could sit there and say, okay, well, these guys can work together. But do we have the coach? If you don't have the coach, then it's not going to work. If you don't have a general manager, it's not going to work. See, this is what has been the problem for Dallas for years, is that Jerry wanted to do everything. This is also the problem with A&W Wrestling, is that Tony Khan wants to do fucking everything. Tony Khan literally fucking compares himself to Jerry Jones. And he doesn't realize that me being a fucking Cowboys fan, watching Jerry Jones make all these decisions and stuff for years and going, 6-10 or freaking 8-8 just to go fucking 5-11 and shit. That gets old and nobody.
So you're saying Jerry Jones was meddling?
Yes, he was trying to run everything, and so we haven't had, we wasn't having that success. Whenever Stephen Jones came in, Stephen Jones started to, I thought that he was going to be really good. Then he kind of took a step back last year, and it's like, oh, what the hell are you doing? But then they bring in Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn puts it in his work. And last year we were 6-10, weren't we? We were 6-10.
Yeah, but that's only because Dak was hurt.
Well, no, because with Dak we were only 1-4.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, yeah, it was just. You could tell, there was no continuity there. But whenever they got in Dan Quinn, he started making these changes on the defense. They started changing their game plan. Now they're running the ball. Now look at, we're 5-1. We are 1 game away from winning as many games halfway through the season as we won all of last season. So that's how quick you can turn it around.
Yeah.
If you have the right people making the right decisions and doing their job. But if you don't have that, then yeah, you end up like where y'all are at right now. It's a clusterfuck.
Oh yeah, it's bad right now.
I mean, it could be worse. We don't really know exactly what Culley's going to do right now because this is his first year. But look at the fucking Jets. How bad have they sucked? Forever.
Yeah. You're like forever.
So, I mean, yeah, it's just, you look at the Chicago Bears, and they're the same way.
Jacksonville's the same way. Jacksonville has sucked for since, I think, in the last 14 years. They've only had 2 winning seasons.
Yeah, Chicago. See, what's really bad about Chicago is they're not good enough to be Super Bowl contenders, right? But they're not bad enough to fucking get a draft picks. You know what I'm saying? And this is what was killing us too in Dallas. We wasn't good enough to be playoff contenders, but we wasn't bad enough to get a top pick. We got lucky and backed into. The only reason why we got lucky that year is because Romo got hurt. But we got Zeke, and then we got Dak, and I was like, man, the Stephen Jones kid, he kind of knows what he's doing. Yeah. I wasn't really high on getting Zeke. I wanted Dalvin Cook, and if I couldn't get Dalvin Cook, I wanted Nick Chubbs. Because, like I said, I'm always going to be a defensive guy first. So that's always what I'm going to look at. So I said, well, running back, I can get, Dalvin Cook next year, or I can get Nick Chubbs next year. And those are the 2 that I was targeting. But, they have really solid years. They're really good running backs. But, with Zeke has been definitely good for us. You know what I'm saying? So he's done what they drafted him for. So I can't, I can't put it all on him. I just like defense. I like defense.
What seed do you see the Cowboys finishing at, or does it really matter? Does it matter they need to get the number 1 seed or not really?
To me, not really. I still think that we're the NFC. We're going to get to the NFC Championship game, and I think that the Rams have it. You know, they have the NFC Championship game. I think that they'll end up going to the Super Bowl because I think that they're the best team in position going into the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so you think the Rams will lock up the number 1 seed?
Possibly, but I don't.
Get number 2, Bucks.
I probably would think that maybe Green Bay would have the shoot. Because see, the deal is right is one of these teams is going to have to, you know, because you have Green Bay, you have Arizona,
Dallas,
and you have the Rams.
Yeah,
they're all up there, and the Bucks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's 5 teams.
So sooner or later, some of these teams are going to have to start losing some games to get the positioning. And I don't think that the Cowboys will be the number 1 seed. I don't think so, but I do see them making a number 2 or number 3 seed.
Is it important that Dallas needs to lock up a home game in the first round, or does that all matter?
I don't think it matters with this team. Now, if you would have asked me that last year, I would have probably told you, yeah, we need to get a home field, you know, in the first game for us to even win a playoff game. This year is going to be different because our defense is, you know, and I'm going to tell you what the fucking everybody's like, oh, because Tavon Diggs is playing lights out. It's because of that Asamoah guy that we got in the center. Whenever you got a guy like that that's a fucking beast that's eating up double teams, then he's still getting to the quarterback. That gives everybody else a chance to get to the quarterback, and that's why Tavon Diggs' production is going up. The first pick that I wanted Dallas to get in the first round was Gregory Rousseau, that guy, that defensive end out of Buffalo. They didn't get him, but the reason why is because he got double teamed. However, when they got Michael Parsons, I was like, okay, well, that was a good pick too. You know, I would have definitely.
That was a good pick.
Yeah, you got Michael Parsons. Whenever they got Asamoah out of Washington in the second round, I'm like, okay, now we can go. Because that guy does exactly the same thing as Gregory Rousseau does. He gets double teamed. He can beat double teams. He can get to the quarterback. So that's going to free up somebody else on that offensive line to be able to get to the quarterback. So to me personally, he was the most important pick that we got. Once we got him, I was like, yeah, our defense is going to be good this year. I said, this year we're going to be a playoff. We're going to be a force to be reckoned with. And I'm usually pretty close. They've actually exceeded what I thought they would do so far. So they're on pace to do better than I thought they would do. Because I thought they would probably lose about 4 games this year.
You know, it's kind of crazy because now they're talking about adding a Monday night football game for the playoffs. And on Wild Card weekend, one of the games will be on a Monday game. I'm curious to what are your thoughts about imagine Dallas playing a wild card game on Monday Night Football.
I know WWE is probably sitting there saying, "Oh, please don't do this."
Here goes Dark Horse. Hey, Dark Horse, did you hear that? Monday Night Football is going to be on Monday, and then he's going to get his head and just bash it against the keyboard. You know?
Oh. I tell you what they should do: put the motherfucker on Wednesday.
What's on Wednesday?
That's A&W Wrestling's Dynamite.
Oh, okay.
We'll put them motherfuckers out of business for sure. Make Wednesday Night Football, and then have because you have Dark Horse, right? He's like, look at how shit the demographics are for Monday Raw. Just like that, because Monday Night Raw goes against Monday Night Football. Go ahead and switch A&W Wrestling to Monday. Go ahead and switch it to Monday, and then see how good your demographics are after that.
Right.
Yeah, because I guarantee you they're going to be back down to that 400,000 again because nobody's going to be watching it.
That's funny. But well, I wanted to ask you this. Rick wants to know because he's a Cowboys fan. He's like, what do you think the chances of Dallas winning out, like just with one loss?
I don't think that's going to happen. I think we'll have a couple of losses. And, I mean, even if it's really hard now for teams to do that, unless you're like undefeated by like game 12 or 13 or something, and you don't really have anything. Having one loss, you don't really have anything to play for. So towards the end of the year, you're going to be sitting starters. You're going to be resting up. If you know you've already got the division locked up and you already know your seed, then yeah, you're going to start resting Dak. You're going to start resting Zeke. So
Hey,
I don't.
Somebody wants to come in the room. I'm not gonna let you in, dude. Gotta show your face. And the title says AEW Wednesdays outbeats NFL Monday Night Football. If they went heads up, no.
That's probably somebody like. That's probably fucking Hiroshiguru. Guys. Tony's a smart guy. And just because he has Asperger's, I'm not saying there isn't anything wrong with having Asperger's. I'm just saying if
he's posting cue cards saying AEW will beat Monday Night Football. No.
Right. This is exactly why people make fun of you, okay? This is why people make fun of you, because you say stupid stuff like this right here. You say dumb stuff.
Dude, even a shitty fucking Monday Night Football game will still beat your ratings. Like if you could put Texans on Monday Night Football and the ratings will still beat yours.
I tell you what. Fucking TNT can put on high school footballs from around the country, from some of the, premier, like South Lake Carroll versus, whatever. Just these big names.
Polston, Westlake or whatever.
Put these big high school games, and it'll outdraw AEW. It'll outdraw your product. They would get more ratings on high school football than you would get for AEW. I promise.
Yeah.
They booted him for fucking hockey. You got booted off of TNT for hockey.
Oh, show your face. I'll let you in. He's holding up a cue card that says AEW in January. Their ratings are going to outbeat Monday Night Football playoff game. Yeah, right. That ain't happening.
Yeah. Y'all got kicked off for hockey. Y'all ain't beating the fucking hockey preseason, and y'all are going to compete with fucking. Y'all are going to compete with the NFL. Yeah.
WWE can't even beat them. You know what I'm saying? They tried for years.
WWE can do a joint show. Go to AEW's fucking channel, and you can have Bobby Lashley facing Cody Rhodes and CM Punk versus Roman Reigns in the main fucking events.
Ooh.
Sting versus The Undertaker to go ahead and top it all off, and you still wouldn't compete with the NFL.
See, that's why, I really don't mess with the YWC community on YouTube, and it's nothing personal. I'm not going to make fun of their disabilities, but when they say they're so obsessed in wrestling that they actually think that it's more popular than all these other shows on television, and no, dude, I'm sorry. Like I even heard them say, "Oh, it's more popular than The Walking Dead." I'm like, dude, I don't even like Walking Dead, but their ratings were way better than they had. Even they had what I think 18 million people watching just the last show.
Dude, I'm telling you. I've tried to bite my tongue about these disabilities that these AEW fans have. I've tried to hold back on these people, but whenever you go to I'm not even on AEW's videos saying this shit, and you come and find me, and then you try to convince me somehow with that feeble brain of yours that fucking AEW is pulling all these ratings that everybody knows that they're not.
Yeah, you're delusional if you think AEW is outbeating The Walking Dead. And I don't even like The Walking Dead. I think it's a shit show that needs to end. But the last season, the first episode, drew 18 million viewers.
Yeah.
In the first fucking episode, I remember because I went and I was watching it. They're like they drew 18 million viewers on the 11th season.
Dude, and I'm telling you, man, they and they say, does anybody still watch the NFL anymore? And it's like, you dumb motherfucker, they pulled 24 million people. But you're bragging on your key demographics. And what's those key demographics? Oh, we pulled 183,000 of the key. What are you talking?
I know it's crazy because like they'll name all these shows and they're like, oh, it's out. I think even Chucky drew in more views than they did. The new Chucky's.
Yeah. It probably did in the key demographics. But they're like, we're beating WWE. You're not beating WWE. You're not. Maybe if you, dude, I'm telling you, if AEW was run by Billy Corrigan,
Yeah.
if they had the kind of like choreography that fucking Impact has, a chance at getting a fan base. You know what I'm saying?
Delusional wrestling fans on YouTube.
Oh,
they actually believe that the wrestling is beating every fucking.
Yeah. They have this legitimate motherfucker over there, a real mixed martial artist, right? His name is Scorpio Sky. Now, if you have a badass like this, Scorpio Sky, mixed martial artist, can kick people's ass. You have this guy. Do you have him going out in a fucking promo with Chris Jericho? You know what? Now people are taking me seriously since I'm going to face you. And that girl I used to date in high school, Wendy, she called me back and sounding simpish, dude. This is a fucking promo.
Yeah.
And this guy right here.
I'm not going to let this guy in, but he's saying he said book it by the end of January. AEW will be the most watched television program in the world. Yeah, nah, that's not happening.
Yeah,
that's not happening.
It's not even fucking conceivable for a.
He said that the ratings are already surpassing NBA. I don't know, dude. I watch basketball on and off, but I don't know what their viewership is.
That the NBA brings in about 2 to 3 million people. You never were beating the NBA. The NBA fans, but you should be kissing their ass to come and be like the fucking UNICEF and give you a fucking view. You talk this stupid shit. Stupid, incoherent babble that you fucking people talk.
He said baseball's a dying sport. No one's watching it anymore. AEW will pass them. Well, I don't know. What do you say about that?
Doubt it. I guarantee you that if fucking the MLB made a deal with TNT, then there would be no more AEW. And I love how without WWE, there would be no AEW at all.
Yeah, watch. They're going to start ramming their heads against the keyboard.
Probably so.
God, they're such idiots.
It'd probably make more sense than the shit you're putting down on those damn cue cards.
Well, we'll see how AEW does that week that NFL has a Monday Night Football game on the wild card playoff. They just signed a big contract with ESPN to cover the hat because they had a new contract with ESPN. And ESPN wants them to host a Monday Night Football game for the playoffs.
Hey,
this idiot right here is saying that that it's not going to matter because AEW is going to surpass them by then. No, they're not, dude.
Hey, I tell you what.
What?
Somebody get Ted Turner's number. Go ahead and get Ted Turner's number. Go ahead and get him because I'm going to call this motherfucker right now here live on fucking air. And I'm going to ask Ted Turner, okay, look, Ted, I can get you an NFL. I can get you the AFC on TNT. But you can only have it on Wednesday and only on that stupid-ass time slot that you have AEW on. Do you want to go ahead and keep AEW, or would you rather have the NFL, the AFC, play all their games on Wednesday on your channel? And let me tell you something. Yeah. Yeah, who's going to buy AEW? You know what I'm saying?
He said Khan believes that AEW will serve. Well, he can believe anything he wants. Don't mean it's going to happen.
Well, Khan is a bit of a he's a special boy. He's a special young man. Let's just go ahead and put that. Now, let's just say that, yeah, he's not firing on all cylinders. You know what I'm saying? The guy is sitting there and he looks like he wants to fucking hold CM Punk's hand and shit in a fucking press conference. I've never seen shit so fucking awkward in my life. I mean, he looks like a fan. You sit there and watch his press conference with his bug eyes looking at you guys. Oh my God, this is good.
Hey, don't they got old dude from WWE in a dress running around? Like half of the motherfuckers are running in dresses. I think it's like Adam, what's his name?
Shit.
That top prize pick from NXT that WWE had. Now he's running around in a dress.
Oh my God, in fucking skinny jeans and shit.
Nah,
yeah.
That fool's wearing a dress on his debut. I was like, what the fuck is he doing?
I didn't see him wearing a dress. I saw him
wearing a dress in one of them shows, man.
I know he was kissing fucking Kenny Omega or something.
Oh, that's not good.
No, it's definitely not something that you're looking for a male audience. Ages from 18 to 49, they don't want to see that shit. No, I'd rather see Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. Somebody that could lift 100 pounds, over their head. I want to see fucking Kenny.
He's holding the cue card. He said, at least I know wrestling scripted. You guys watch fake sports that the outcomes are predicted before dude, we already know that. Yeah,
we already. Well, you fucking. You have you seen my channel the past, I don't know, fucking 10 years?
We already know that.
Yeah.
We know the refs dictate the game. We know that.
Yeah.
Polston calls that out every week. In fact, he clowns on me for saying that sports is actually a real event.
But at least people watch it. At least they have an audience. I guarantee you the fucking key demo for the NFL is probably better than the entire ratings of fucking AEW, WWE, Impact, and NWA combined.
Dude, AEW doesn't want to go on Monday night because you got to compete with Raw, and then you got to compete with fucking with NFL Monday Night Football. And NFL Monday Night Football is already getting the shit out of Raw.
Yeah, you're probably gonna watch that shit on Monday. You can't even watch it on Wednesday. And you aren't competing against anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Even get SmackDown started. I think high school football draws more ratings than SmackDown does.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, high school football will kick the shit out of y'all.
Dude, 365 Sports was just live streaming Carroll versus some new school that was in that area. And there was like the first fucking hour, there was like 800 and something thousand people watching, bro.
800,000. Your fucking audience of AEW.
And it was like the first quarter. I was like, what the hell? People were watching this shit.
Go look at AEW's fucking YouTube channel, man. Go look. They're getting like 30,000 views here, 100,000 views there, maybe on a video. WWE's getting like 8 million.
Who's their main draw on AEW?
It just depends on who you ask. I say Sting. But
word.
Yeah. Most people will say CM Punk. Most people will say Daniel Bryan.
Oh, is CM Punk gonna fight Sting?
Dude, they had him fight some vanilla midget guy named Darby Allin that nobody cared about.
He said a return of Jeffersons will beat AEW. Dave Meltzer thinks AEW can beat NFL, laughing my ass off.
That's probably who's writing the fucking cue cards, too. He's a little bit handicapped himself.
Lion versus Texans would beat AEW ratings. Yeah. He put AEW fucking sucks. He said Wednesday, laughing my ass off. AEW get under 300,000.
Yeah. I don't know how much over par that guy holding the cue cards is, but you're way up there, buddy. You're well over par.
Yeah, he just keeps saying AEW is going to be the most watched show by January 2022. We'll see.
If they start calling the NFL AEW, maybe.
And Chucky had 2.4 million views on the first episode.
So he's already beaten AEW.
Huh? Yeah, Chucky surpassed you.
Yeah, I'm sure fucking Batgirl on the fucking CW beats AEW, man.
He said, "Look at the demographics. The demographics speak for itself." What is he talking about?
He's talking about some weird out fucking argument where a fraction of the audience means more than the entire fucking audience. That's what his dumbass is talking about, dude. This is the stupid shit that I have to put up with. Ridiculous shit.
So
Yeah.
what's the demographics this guy's talking about?
Yeah. He's like, okay, this is exactly, I'm going to say it in his little fucking.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, we only drew 700,000 on Rampage, but guess what? We got a high demographic because 300,000 of those were the 18 to 49-year-olds, and that's what counts. It's stupid. It's retarded. Okay, you're not getting fucking a million, right? You're not competing with anything. You can't even compete with WWE. That's your logic, dude. That's your fucking logic.
Oh, and those Raw shows are bad. I mean, really, to tell the truth, if it wasn't for the Roman Reigns segment, Raw wouldn't even have a storyline right now, and they're still beating y'all.
Yeah, with fucking Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that too, yeah.
That shit's pretty decent.
Yeah, it's a good storyline.
But I mean, you got to think that, you know, when you sit there and watch that and you see that and you're like, man, that's badass. I want to watch this. You know what I'm saying? I want to invest. And then you see fucking Biggie Langston out there in his little fucking unicorn outfit and shit. Nah, I don't want to fucking see that shit.
Mike says it has to be Chris Jericho, the main eventer, because the whole crowd sings his entrance music. I didn't know that. I tried watching A&W, but all they do is throw out skinny vanilla midgets to the ring with no storylines.
And then they botch all the time. It's fucking the fucking skinny vanilla midgets. You know, you're expecting to see some high flying shit, and they're constantly fucking the damn thing up.
Yeah, dude, I'm not letting you in here. You can hold up all the cue cards you want, bro, in the background. I don't give a shit. He said AEW is gonna beat Monday Night Football. You watch. That's okay. We'll see.
I think that Impact's going to come back since they put the title on Moose, and I think it's going to end up being the second best company, and I think that they're going to end up eventually buying AEW.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I think is going to happen. I think they broke off their contract with AEW. That's why their ratings went down, is because they had a partnership with AEW. So all these vanilla midgets came in, like Kenny Omega, holding the fucking Impact title. And it's like, oh, okay, that's kind of lame. So people stopped watching AEW. So what did our Impact? So what they do, they put it on Moose. And you go back and see that promo that Moose cut. That's how you cut a promo. You don't sit there and say, oh, you know, I've been dreaming about.
You're saying AEW has better ratings than Impact in Ring of Honor. What do you?
It's only about the key demos. The key demos is what matters. And you know, Impact probably beats them in the key demos. I'm just going to use your own shit against you. Yeah. I'll just make some shit up. Yeah, they got fucking 99% in the fucking key demos. So, yeah, they beat A&W Wrestling. And that's what matters is key demos, right? Ain't that what y'all say? He'll say something stupid.
He said Impact Wrestling's on the verge of eviction. They've almost been kicked out of that warehouse several times in the last couple of years. They can't even pay rent.
Fucking Impact is owned by Anthem. Like the deal
contract with them, don't they?
Yeah, you know, yeah, they're not worried. They're not. They always say this about Impact, though. They've been saying Impact has been going out of business for how long now? How long has been?
God, since 2013, 2014, when me and you were covering those wrestling videos.
Yeah, 2008, 2009. They've been saying that.
Oh, I didn't know that. I know TNA did spike for a while there, and they were getting pretty good viewership.
Yeah, better than A&W Wrestling we'll ever see. Better. Like I said, the only way A&W Wrestling will become the most watched TV show is if somebody buys them that knows what they're doing. That's But
he said AEW Wrestling is actually getting fans from Dana White. Dana White actually supports the product. and has bashed WWE for years, and a lot of his fans actually like AEW. Maybe.
Then why don't they watch it then? If a lot of his fans, why don't they watch it? Why don't they tune in? It damn sure ain't showing up in the ratings. Because I think you want to know what Dynamite had for its viewership?
What?
941,000 was their total viewership. That was their total viewership for Wednesday. And this is in TNT is in 89 million households. Nobody's watching it. All right, nobody cares. It's goofy. It's stupid.
Okay. I'm not defending the WWE at any chance, but I'm just saying that when I was watching AEW just recently, I just seen a bunch of dudes running out in dresses. I was like, what the fuck is this?
And kissing each other.
Yeah, I saw that shit. I was like, what the hell is this?
Are you fucking Sonny Kiss out there blowing kisses at other guys? You know what I'm saying? You got Nyla Rose, the transgender that gets paid $2 million. You look at their roster, they're losing money hand over fist. CM Punk is making $3 million a year. Daniel Bryan making $3 million a year. I don't know how much Sting is making.
Is it just me or CM Punk don't look the same to me? I mean, I know he's older, but I don't know. I mean, is he performing in the ring? Because I heard he's not really performing that well.
I don't know. I don't watch it enough. Like I said, I've tried, and it's just garbage. Is what it is.
Mike Tyson is fighting Logan Paul. Boxing has turned into a joke.
Yeah. Well, I guarantee it'll still draw more than AEW. But yeah, everything is becoming scripted like the WWE now, except for AEW still can't beat it.
Ever since Chris Benoit tragedy, WWE has gone on to fancy wrestling shows than an actual wrestling show. What do you think?
Well, I have my reasonable suspicions about the Chris Benoit thing, so I'll just leave it at that. But I
do know that WWE had to save face from like the women's bra and panties matches because like they turned into women's revolution because Vince wasn't really promoting the women in the way they should have been, and it was cool back then, but I guess now looking at it, it was kind of messed up,
But nobody really takes it seriously, though. I mean, it's hard for women to get into wrestling unless you're somebody like China. I mean, you look at what fucking Trish Stratus and Lita did, and they did the bra and panties matches, too. And they were probably some of the best technical female wrestlers. Well, Trish ended up becoming one of the better wrestlers.
Lita did, too.
I do like Mickie James. But, I mean, the problem is that females, like if you go to TNA, you remember when we were covering TNA?
Yeah.
Their female wrestlers had personality. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these girls that come into wrestling don't want to they want to look good and they want to be like they want thirsty guys, but they don't want to put in the work to develop a character. That's why I said that Rosemary was kind of unique. That she developed a character, and she came in and she ran with that character. She was booked almost like a fucking guy. You know what I'm saying? With that character. So she was kind of unique. Daphne was the same way.
Rest in peace to her. Did you hear
Mickie James, whenever she came in, and she was crazy. That was different. And if you can get some sort of interest into yourself like that, then you wouldn't have to worry about the bra and panties match. But do you think Sable's going to sit there and do a character like? Do you think Sunny Blood?
No, she's only unfortunately good for what she does with her body in the ring. I hate to say it, but
and I guarantee you that back in the territory days, they used to have women wrestlers, but they kind of look mannish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's not going to appeal neither. So you got to have a balance there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, nobody wants to see a fucking chick come out with armpit hairs and fucking mustache and shit and wrestle another chick with a fucking mustache and hairy arms and shit like that. Nobody wants to see that. I mean, it's kind of, it's just. But I mean, if you get a girl that can get interest into herself, develop a character, and then can put on a good performance in the ring, then yeah, sure. But if you're going to but you look at it today, right? and then you'll have one girl who has green hair, and one girl who has red hair, and one girl has blue hair, and it's like the fucking Rainbow Coalition in the goddamn ring. I seen them doing a damn square dance or something. I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in that. That stuff, like, I get it. Y'all are trying to be strong, independent women. Why can't you be strong? Because I know the fucking carpet doesn't match the drapes. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So why can't you all do it? Something like Rosemary did. Get a character, stick with that character. I'll tell you who was good was the Beautiful People. You remember when they came out in TNA? With and God, I can't think of her name. But yeah, they had a nice little thing going on for them. And that was interesting, and people liked it. You know what I'm saying? They were sexy, but they could still go in the ring, and people enjoyed it. And that's what set, really, I think, TNA apart from WWE, especially whenever they brought in, like, Mickie James. Mm-hmm. Like I said, she just won the women's knockouts champion in TNA. So she's the champion in TNA as well. So you got Moose, you got Mickie James, and I can tell you that these people look like they could wrestle in the ring. They look like they can go, and they can deliver promos. You get fucking Kenny Omega that looks like the fucking wedding singer, Adam Sandler, out there, trying to spew off how I deserve this in a little fucking preview decent voice and shit. Nobody's going to sit there and find this entertaining.
What about Ring of Honor? Ring of Honor still around?
They just released all their talent, man.
What?
Yeah, they just released all their talent. Yep. So
that's what he's referring to. He said Ring of Honor's out of business.
Yeah. They may come back. Personally, what I think would be best would be if, like, Impact, NWA, Ring of Honor, Aztec Underground, New Japan formed regions and territories and then started doing shows regionally. One of these companies gets the Texas market, in the southern market. One of them gets the southeast market. One of them gets the West Coast market. One of them gets the Midwest market and whatnot. And then you wrestle in territories and start building up talent again.
So you're all about territorial wrestling.
Yeah. Well, because ultimately, get that fucking, buy AEW's contract and then use the fucking TNT and then just post these matches in the regional areas and whatnot on TNT. That way everybody can go to the shows. Everybody can get behind their wrestlers. You can build up main eventers again for fucking, for main event shows. But
the Q card, he said Polston get ready by the summer because AEW is going to be the only wrestling product on the market. So you better start watching it.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't watch wrestling at all, really. So
I don't either.
So it doesn't matter. But if you're not lucky because you're the only one that cares, then none of these fucking products will be on the fucking market, and you're not going to have anything to watch. Guess what? You're going to have to fucking get some fucking paper and crayons, and you're going to draw Kenny Omega wrestling Chris Jericho, and then just pretend that shit is happening. You're going to have little wrestling matches with your little fucking AEW play figures.
So what if AEW's coming out with a wrestling game? Who gives a shit?
Nobody's going to buy it. That's another that Tony Khan did. Nobody likes Tony Khan. Nobody in the wrestling community likes Tony Khan. Who are you trying to sell this product to? It sure as fuck isn't NBA fans because they don't like you. It's not NWA fans because we don't like you. It's not Impact fans because we also don't like you. It's not NFL fans. They don't like you. I mean, you just came in here and told the NFL fans the most dumbest shit in the world that AEW is going to outdraw. Y'all have a great strategy at drawing in a market. Y'all really do by trying to insult everybody's intelligence. Great fucking strategy to get people interested in your product.
I get it. They're all hyped up about AEW, but I mean, dude, to say that you're going to beat NFL ratings by You talking about by January? No way.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, they're not even going to be on TNT by January.
Dude,
They're
it don't
gonna-
matter if NFL's a fake sport. He said NFL's a scripted sport. It's no different than WWE Raw. Who cares?
Yeah, it's still better than AEW. Fake soccer is better than AEW. They could probably put on girls softball, and they'll get more fucking views than AEW. Put on the WNBA. Bring the WNBA to play on Wednesdays,
Oh God.
and that'll probably draw more than AEW. There's more people that would watch an WNBA game than would watch an AEW in this country.
And see, dude, the difference is you can hold up your cue cards all you want. I'm not letting you in. See, the thing is, dude, it don't matter. The referees are hired by or no different. The NFL referees are just like the referees Vince hires for WWE. No shit.
And well, I mean, don't you gotta love how he leaves AEW out? You think the referees are really calling? You think AEW is some legitimate shit? Do you think that they're really wrestling in their pajamas and shit, and taking real chair shots? I mean, there's something to be said whenever I go to a wrestling event and I'm bigger than all the wrestlers. You know what I mean? And then especially whenever the wrestlers talk shit to me.
I wouldn't compare AEW to ECW. He said he's comparing both of them. No.
No.
Not even close, dude.
No, it's not even as good as Impact was on its heights.
No.
It's not even that. It's not even TNA whenever TNA had, a larger audience. They'll talk about pay-per-view buy rates. Like I said, y'all guys are a little suspect with your delusions and shit. So I don't even know how well I could take your numbers at the end of the day. But whenever you're only getting like 941,000, but you're saying that only 300,000 of that is the important number, that's still pretty fucking it's still pretty fucking dumb for an argument, dude. That's like what they talk about. Well, we got 300,000 in the key demographics. Is that what he's saying right now?
Yep.
You're talking about the key
He said
demographics.
18 to 49-year-olds, the key demographics are watching AEW over pretty much 90% of the sports taking place around the world. No, they're not.
This guy's mom must have fucking smoked some serious goddamn crack.
Most of the fans watching AEW are from UFC and old WCW fans, ECW fans, and okay.
Nobody's watching the shit. It only got 941,000. Do you not know that there's 80 million people with the fucking TNT? And then go look at the fucking YouTube.
Yeah.
If they're gonna watch, go look and see if it's popular on. It's not. 300 and 400,000 is like as high as y'all get on that fucking AEW site on YouTube.
Yeah, dude.
So you're not getting there's no interest. It's no UFC interest. There's no fucking ECW interest. Y'all guys are fucking weird. And then then they go to every fucking channel and harass everybody about it. Then you go ahead and if somebody says something that conflicts with your little fucking sensitivities, you try to get them kicked off the goddamn internet. And then you think, oh yeah, that's going to go ahead and get us more fucking. Why? You've already banned most of the fucking people that would even consider watching your product.
Yeah.
We can't watch it anymore. Well, y'all fucking suspend Hulk Hogan from going to AEW events.
I didn't know that they suspended Hulk Hogan.
Oh yeah, he could. He's one of the first guys that got onto the ANW wrestling train. Everybody's like, and then they get all upset like that. We're supposed to be as dumb as they are. What's ANW? You don't even know how to spell it.
Well, what did they? Why they ban Hulk Hogan?
They banned Hulk Hogan's wife too.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. It's because they're all a bunch of fucking social justice warriors. And
yeah.
Like I said, most of them have a learning disability. I'm just gonna say it, but most of the fucking people that support AEW, they're kind of special, dude. They're kind of special. Everybody that I know, they're weird.
Okay, well, I got a response to that cue card. He said AEW's got more ratings than both of your channels combined. You know what? But that's true, and I hope they do. For a big company, they should have more fucking views than us. But guess what? They got more views than you, and we got more views than your channel.
Oh, you know, and you know what, dude? That's how they justify being fucking lame. That's how they fucking justify being so goddamn fucking depressing. Is that, well, at least we're beating fucking old reruns of fucking Bob Ross. You know, they keep lowering the goddamn bar, man. Let's paint this little sad face right here of an A&W fan. And then we'll paint some nice, lovely trees around him. You know? They're fucking, oh, yeah, we beat Bob Ross in the fucking key demo of 18-49. Ah, good job. Yeah.
Raw had 3,994 people in attendance 3 weeks ago. Yeah, I remember that, and I said that in my video. They did a TikTok video on that where it was like the 3,994 fans showed up, so they moved everybody to the front. Yeah, that does happen.
Yeah, but you want to know something? Those 3,994 fans paid for their tickets. Fucking all the AEW fans get their fucking tickets for fucking free and shit. Oh, go ahead and win. You and 100 of your friends can go see A&W wrestling tonight if you just guess this one hard question. What's the first letter of the alphabet? Because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to give people the illusion that they're more popular, but they're not. Like I said, whenever you're paying like, say, $30 or $40 for a ticket versus the ticket being
car closers. He said WWE never can sell out, so they have to bribe people to go in for free to fill those seats, called seat fillers.
Didn't I just fucking say that's what A&W is probably giving a majority of their fucking tickets away.
Oh yeah.
And fucking seat fillers is a thing for AEW too. They have people that come in. TNA has the same damn thing that'll go in and try to get a reaction from the crowd. That's what they try to do. That's their whole fucking job. AEW has it too. But yeah. I can guarantee you, I can go ahead and look in Sunday's paper right here, and if AEW is coming to Waco, Texas, you could probably clip a ticket out of the back of the goddamn newspaper. That's how they're packing the audience, man. Yeah. It's a coupon. Buy one, get one free. Well, I didn't buy this motherfucker. I put A&W tickets in my fucking car in the front seat, hoping somebody would come by. I left the window rolled down and said, please take me. And then I put the AEW tickets on my dashboard right there for anybody to come and see. Whenever I came back out, I found 2 more A&W wrestling tickets on my damn dashboard, dude.
He said Vince McMahon's putting his own company out of business. Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about that for years. It's common sense, dude.
I've already predicted
that's going to happen.
Yeah, I already predicted that WWE would be off network television altogether.
Really?
2022. I made that prediction back in 2017. If they keep on doing what they're doing. Now, with them being on Fox, helps them a little bit more because more people are going to watch them on Fox and they're going to, be more interested on it. Why? Because they're on Fox. And why is that important? Because what else is on Fox? The NFL.
Yeah.
Guess what? People watch the NFL. They don't watch AEW. And I can tell you right now, even if you do get that advertisement on the NBA fans, because you're going around trolling them like you're trolling us right now. And whenever you go on to NBA fans' sites and say the stupid shit that you're saying to us right now on NBA fans, when they see your commercial and they see A&W wrestling, they're laughing their asses off and saying, who watches this shit? Yeah.
Wait, can UFC compete with the NFL and all that or no?
I don't think so. To me, personally, from what I've seen in UFC, from the stuff that I do, sometimes you could find some good shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like whenever they start grabbing each other, it looks a lot like prison rape at the end of the day. So I mean, it's nothing that I'd be.
You said it was human cockfighting, I think you called
it.
Right?
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me, So, I mean, yeah, I don't think that I like some of the guys in UFC as people, you know what I'm saying? like, you look at Joe Rogan, they're definitely on our side of the fence, which I don't think that they really would be interested in AEW because AEW is on the other side of the fence. But yeah, I don't think I would be interested in watching AEW.
Oh, if Tony paid me. Man, he's got these delusional AEW fans in the YWC on the internet. They start trolling and saying how they're going to put everybody out of business. I remember they've been saying that for a long time.
And to be honest with you, I was pulling for AEW whenever it first came out.
Me too.
But whenever they started catering to these little fucking idiots here, and then you have King Idiot fucking making all the decisions. It's like, okay, we know that this isn't going to be able to compete. And in fact, I wouldn't be surprised if Tony fucking Khan isn't trolling these guys. He's going to sell that shit to fucking WWE, and WWE is going to keep being on network television till 2024 just to fucking spite me because I said that they would probably be off of network television by 2022. But yeah, I see Tony Khan selling this shit by 20.
Yeah, he's calling me and you Vince McMahon ass kissers. Dude, I've already talked shit about Vince McMahon.
We'll all talk shit about Vince McMahon.
I've already said that he's destroyed his own product for the last 15 years.
Yeah, it's not Vince McMahon's fault that your product sucks. All right. I can't blame Vince on that. I can blame Vince for fucking WWE sucking, but I can't blame Vince for AEW sucking.
The same thing is Vince is going overseas too, though. He said AEW is going to travel to Europe soon. Okay, but so what? Vince got shows in what? Saudi Arabia?
I guess they need comedy in Saudi Arabia too. Take that shit to France. They love Jerry Lewis. Oh, look at Kenny Omega. He looks just like Jerry Lewis.
He claims that AEW's got a contract to go on tour in Great Britain next year. So what?
Yeah, so did Impact.
Oh, Impact did the same thing, didn't they?
Yeah.
Wait, they did travel to Europe, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They had the tournaments and shit and got some of the talent from there and booked them on.
I remember when they did the tournament there. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like the little tournament they did with the soccer thing where they got the 4 divisions of 4 guys and everybody had 3 fight each other once, and the top 2 guys made the playoffs and they did the point system.
Hey, ask old boy with the cue cards, when is AEW going to stop ripping off people?
Because is AEW going to stop ripping off people?
Yeah, because that's all they do is rip off people. They do old shit.
Let's see what his next cue card is. Damn, Dark Horse, if that's you, man, you put a lot of time into writing that shit. That's a long process just to troll. He said WWE will be out of business by the summer. Impact Wrestling will fall. And the only thing that you'll have to watch is AEW Wrestling.
Not this summer. The summer's already passed, you fucking moron. But, I forget. I'm talking to an AEW fan, so,
I think he's referring to summer of 2022.
Well, then you should say the summer of 2022, not this summer. But like I said, they're a little slow, If I say some shit, they'll be saying it 2 years from now.
He said he's leaving, but have fun watching fake football and basketball. All right.
Have fun watching fucking bunch of fucking internet fucking little fucking kids and shit hugging each other in pajamas, motherfucker. Having pillow fights and shit.
Yep, he left.
Yeah. I'm telling you, dude, them motherfuckers are, dude. That's all they do is sit there and then, like, Brad made a fucking video.
Really?
The Brad Rules made a video on it, and he goes, it's pretty sad when you get kicked off by hockey in this country. Now I could understand if it was Canada, Hockey's a big deal in Canada,
Oh, it is.
but it's not here.
No, the United States is not that big. Even NHL is not that big here.
So if you can't beat NHL, then you can't beat Major League Baseball. Speaking of which, what's the score? Do you know the score for the Astros?
Braves won 2-1.
2-1. Oh, okay.
They're
Well,
up 2-1. Oh no, they won 2-0. They're up 2-1.
I think that it's going to go to 7.
No, he's back.
Is he back?
In the background? Yeah.
He's probably going to sit there and say, "Oh, the Braves won. Fuck you, Polston. My Braves won."
He said MLB, NBA, and NFL are scripted. The refs are bought and paid for, yet you guys pretend it's real. It's no different than wrestling.
Yeah. What's the difference? You pretend like AEW's competition. How much more do I have to pretend that the NFL is real that you don't have to pretend that fucking AEW ratings are real? You know? Because those ain't real neither. Key demographics. That's all that matters. It's not the 900,000 that we pulled. It's the 300,000 of the 900,000 that counts. That's their fucking argument, man. That's what they say. I can't make that shit up. That's their fucking argument.
So what they're saying is that the 300,000 are ages 18 to 49.
Yeah.
And that number is bigger than the WWE's demographic age that it should be. Is that what they're saying?
They're trying to make that claim, but everybody knows it's not true. Everybody knows it's not true. If WWE is pulling in 3 million, trust me, they're beating you in the key demographics. I'm pretty sure Raw is too. But yeah, that's what they're trying to sit there and say. But this is, like I said, comes from the feeble mind of fucking Dave Meltzer and fucking Brian Alvarez, who both got hit in the head one too many times with chairs, and their wrestling career was cut short, so all they could do
he said the demographics matter because they're the ones paying for the tickets and the merchandise, you idiots. He's talking about us.
How many fucking 18-year-olds have disposable fucking income, you goddamn fucking tard? I mean, look, let's be real. Let's go ahead.
Dark Horse, I know it's him.
Let's go ahead and break it down. Most of you fucking AEW fans don't have a job. Most of you AEW fans still live at home. It doesn't matter what age you are. You know what I'm saying? How much fucking disposable income? I mean, is your fucking wife, is Tina paying for the shit for you to go watch? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. You know, fucking, if I go and watch Impact, I'm going to go ahead and purchase the fucking network on fucking YouTube to watch Impact. That's coming out of my money. That's not coming out of my parents' money. That'll be coming out of my money. You know what I'm saying? So I pay for my own shit. But how much does fucking AEW fans work? Look at where you're at right now. All right? Yeah. It doesn't fucking matter. You only got 900,000 people watching you. 900,000. That's it. It doesn't matter about your key demographics because that shit's going to be even lower than 900,000. I don't know if you know this or not. A percentage is still going to be lower than the shit that it's a percentage of. All right? So it doesn't matter if it's 300,000. It's still tediously fucking low. And fucking AEW is going to be shipped off to TBS where they're going to end up being obsolete. And then,
well, yeah, CM Punk did draw on a lot of views on his debut. What was it?
1.2 million.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't a lot. And then what happened the following week? Yeah. And then y'all are right back down to where you were. Sting's a bigger fucking draw to me personally than CM Punk.
He held the cue card, Polston. You need to stick to fake football and basketball and stop watching wrestling.
I told you I don't watch wrestling, but he's a little slow. You know, the wheel may be spinning, but the goddamn hamster is dead.
We just said we actually both just said we don't watch wrestling anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I'll pick up some good stuff like what Moose is doing right now. That's good shit. You know what I'm saying? Moose is entertaining. If you can have something go down for professional wrestling, it's entertaining. Guess what? We'll watch it. You know? But if you're going to have fucking, a bunch of like 9-year-olds in their goddamn fucking Halloween outfits trying to pretend like they're fucking the Avengers and shit in the middle of the ring, and I'm not going to be interested, you know? Yeah.
Never said my sports are real. Now he's saying, you think basketball's real? You think football's real? I never say it was. I know the refs dictate the score, dumbass.
Yeah, I think, I mentioned that a time or two on my channel.
Yeah, we just mentioned it like 5 fucking times.
I think that he wants to be a part, because have you seen his channel? He has an intro on his channel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With the fucking Reface app. And by the way, I did give you your theme song, so you can go ahead and write thank you, Polston, on your little cue card right there. Because that theme song that you're using, pretending like you're a wrestler, but I think that he thinks he's trying out for AEW or something. It's going to be Dark Horse and Kenny Omega.
Hey, they may hire him.
Well, I'm just going to say that if fucking Kenny Omega wants me to come over and Kev sent me I'll have to get your message here in a little bit, but if Tony Khan is going to have to pay me fucking CM Punk money for me to come and whoop your ass in AEW wrestling, I'm just going to say it. You're going to have to, no, actually, he's going to have to pay me John Moxley money. I want that $6 million a year. He pays John Moxley $6 million. He pays CM Punk $3 million. He pays Daniel Bryan $3 million. He pays Nyla Rose $2 million. He pays Cody Rhodes $3 million. And that's just like what, 5 motherfuckers on his roster right there. It's like, close to about 20 million. I have to do the math, but he pays them that a year.
Damn.
Brand. Yeah, I'm not.
That.
Yeah. He pays some stupid fucking salaries. Hang on real quick. Brandy $2 million. They want Tony Khan to rape that butthole. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I was just reading Big Kev's messages real quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch fake football. I plan on watching it. Well, maybe not this Sunday. I'm taking off for Halloween, but yeah, I plan on watching fake football for the rest of the year. Yeah,
and next year, my Dallas Cowboys are going to win the fake Super Bowl too. Guess what? Guess what? It doesn't really fucking matter. Now, does it, huh? It's the same thing as whenever fucking CM Punk beats Darby Allin. All right? It's the same shit. The only difference is people will watch the Dallas Cowboys win a fake Super Bowl over fucking CM Punk versus fucking Darby. The Crickets will watch it. They'll watch it. Yeah. Like I said, whenever, maybe I'll go to an AEW wrestling match. Whenever I go to Popeye's Chicken and they give me a free AEW ticket, maybe one of these days I'll collect it and go to watch it. But,
Yep, I'm going to watch my fake football. Proud of it.
Yeah. Guess what?
Maybe we'll do an intro.
Yeah. Probably about 10. And mind you, that Steven Rose's team is one of the worst teams in the NFL. And I guarantee you that 10 million people will be watching the Houston Texans at least. Now
you, Kev.
Yeah, what's up?
Are you over there writing cue cards for this stupid shit?
I don't know. I saw that video and I'm sitting there thinking that pretty much tells me that he doesn't watch my video, because if you watch my video about Tony Khan, I show evidence.
Oh, it doesn't have any drama in it, so he can only watch it like minutes at a time. You know what I'm saying? It's like gotta have drama. It's the same reason that I only watch like a second of his video, and like I have to rely on what y'all see on his videos to tell me what he's saying, because it's like, and then he starts doing this whole fucking emotional breakdown of, oh, well, Polston, he thinks people, which I call them handicapped, because they're handicapped, you know what I'm saying? But if I'm not too fucking mistaken, Dark Horse, didn't you call Bearstown a fucking retard live on a hangout? I believe that happened, just to sit there and let's go ahead and get this while you're trying to have a little session where you're crying about how you have to deal with this every day. You called Bearstown a retard. So don't sit there and say that whenever I say that somebody who has Asperger's probably shouldn't be in charge of creative, you can't understand why I mean that. It's like I said, it's a social disorder. It's social awkwardness. And whenever you look at this product and how everything is out of fucking place, you can tell that it's very fucking awkward. So yeah, you can tell that it's just not right.
Hey, Big Kev, are there any storylines in AEW right now?
I don't watch it.
I don't either.
Dude, I can't. I tried. The best thing that I do, I will say this, the best thing that they have going in AEW, and if y'all want to go check it out, is Dan Lambert. Dan Lambert is fucking fire. Now, whenever he says the UFC audience, what he means is the Bellator audience, because Dan Lambert's out of Bellator.
Oh, okay, that's what he's referring to.
But fucking Dan Lambert will come out and say, you know what? I watched the goddamn episode with CM Punk, and you guys are fucking crying because your favorite wrestler finally showed up to work? What the hell is wrong with this generation? Oh, man, he fucking goes off on him, dude.
Nice.
Shit is fucking hilarious, man. He's going off. He's like the best thing that they have talent there. Like if I see Scorpio Sky, and if I could book Scorpio Sky in Impact, I would have him in a feud with Moose. You know what I'm saying? Because I see the potential there in some of these guys. So you can see the potential and how they're being misused. However, you look at this product and you look and see they're doing it like an E-Fed kind of, like one of the, not any disrespect because Kev's had an E-Fed, but it was pretty good. But you know how like you get into these E-Feds and all these guys are saying I should have the champion and yada, yada, yada. And they're fighting over that fake champion just like the fucking sports teams are fighting over that fake Super Bowl. But everybody else thinks that they should be the title holder and stuff. And it's just everywhere, dude.
Yeah.
It's just, God, it's like, ugh. Yeah. Well, we know that, that this product is destined to fail. But
It's my title and I need it now.
yeah, I'm gonna get that title there, guys. And that's because I'm the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Is he putting up any more cue cards? Kev's on here now, so he may be fired up now.
Yeah. He just basically saying that he said Dak Prescott, none of those stats are real. It's all scripted. Same with Derrick Henry. None of that's real. It's all scripted. They let him run in the end zone. They don't even try to tackle him. It's not a real actual game they're playing.
Who said this?
Some card guy in the background that I don't let in because I'm afraid he might do a porno shot because he's holding up cue cards. But it could be Dark Horse. But he said Derrick Henry, no one's tackling him. You can see multiple replays. They're letting him run by. That's not a real actual football game they're playing.
But you want to know?
Let me clarify that. Let me clarify that one. Unless you've been to football games, Derrick Henry is 6'3", 245 pounds. And when he ran for that 70-yard touchdown against Buffalo, he was marked at 21 miles an hour. So if you think Derrick Henry's not real, why don't you stand in front of him and see what happens?
Yeah.
Well, I will this will be the backbreaker right here.
Yeah.
How many people were watching Derrick Henry run for that 70-yard touchdown as opposed to watching a fucking Kenny Omega promo? Go ahead and take the key demographics of that shit.
Or he mentioned Dak Prescott. He said none of those stats are real. It's all scripted.
Well, I wonder how many of those 18 to 49-year-olds would like to be Dak Prescott, and how many of those 18 to 49-year-olds would like to be CM Punk.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
Yep.
here's what I find funny. I just saw Dark Horse's video before I came on here, and I'm only coming on here for a few minutes because we just got back from a wedding. But I just wanted to say that I saw his video, and it's like, well, you know, Dynamite was doing the low ratings because of Major League Baseball because they're competing against the World Series. But then you want to brag that Dynamite beat Raw in the key demographic when Raw is on a Monday, they're on a Wednesday, and Raw is fighting Monday Night Football every September, October, November, and December. So that's hypocrisy right there.
Yeah, and I wonder how good those Rampage ratings are going to be tonight. Guess what? A video will be made about that.
What's Rampage? Is that like their Raw?
That's like their Raw, and fucking Dynamite's like their SmackDown.
Oh, okay. What days is Dynamite on?
Wednesdays,
Wednesday.
And Rampage?
Fridays, tonight with the baseball game. I guarantee you that the fucking people in Atlanta are not going to watch it. You know why? Because they're going out and getting drunk tonight because they just won game 2 or their second game. So, yeah.
Well, here's something I find funny is that I got called in that one video. I got called shady. Now, I want to clarify something. I have proof on my email on Facebook. This was probably about a month ago. Dark Horse goes to me and goes, "Yo, man, you still cool with Polston?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh, well, that's cool because whatever's going on between me and Polston, I don't want that to interfere in y'all's friendship either." And I said, "Cool." But now you're going to basically call me a shady person because I told Polston about a debate.
But see, the same motherfucker that's calling you shady is the same motherfucker that's calling me shady. And while he's calling us shady, he's going on his fucking YouTube and sitting there showing everybody his private DMs. So, come on now. You know? And I told him that before. Oh, you're going to sit there and say that I'm shady, and you're going to call me shady over and over and over again in your video while you're showing private DMs of you talking shit behind my back with other people. And that's supposed to make me look shady. You know? Sorry, it just doesn't work that way. But then, like, you know, I got into it with Cabal today because Cabal was commented on my Lazo Alexander, you know, the Let's Go Brandon guy.
Yeah.
Who I've been cool with. But yeah, I said that, you know, I did a video about his little beef that he had with Bryson Gray, who's another fucking Let's Go Brandon guy. He's got his song banned on iTunes. And then Cabal comes up, and I'm like, oh, well, it's drama, so you should be interested in this, Cabal. And then Cabal's like, I don't like drama. Dude, you're commenting on every fucking drama video. Like, literally. That's what you watch. I mean, there's nothing wrong, but you like drama. So stop getting all bent out of shape. So it looks like Cabal is trying to give himself an excuse to go ahead and join up with Dark Horse. But he's like, well, I'm sorry I don't like TNA. And I said that about TNA. I don't watch just fucking videos. I don't know what you say. I'm just pointing out the fact that you're always in the fucking drama. So, you know, that's it. But it is drama. You know, if you want to go over there and if you want a good cry, you can watch AEW and watch them attempt at putting on a wrestling product. That's about as dramatic as you can get.
No, it's cool, man. It's cool. You know, he can say we're shady. He can say I'm shady all he wants, but
what storylines does the WWE have that's appealing? Let's see. The Goldberg Bobby Lashley.
Goldberg Bobby Lashley. You have Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
I would probably. What's up?
They had the Edge and Seth Rollins storyline going on.
Yeah, Edge and Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
And
there's a real fight. There's a real fight going on between Becky and Charlotte now, and Charlotte's causing a lot of shit. And
nice.
So, I mean, WWE does have certain things. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and be a WWE fanboy waving the flag saying, "Hey, WWE is a great company." No, I mean, I'm just clarifying that if you guys are going to compete or beat WWE, I mean, they're a global juggernaut. You can't sit there and say, "Hey, we're gonna go in there, we're gonna beat WWE." You know?
Yeah, I heard that they're building up a storyline for The Rock to come back and face Roman Reigns.
Really?
They are.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
For WrestleMania?
Yeah.
Roman, the Rock's supposed to be at Survivor Series for his 25-year anniversary.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you name me something that on AEW that's going to compete with that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just might as well go and give fucking Sting back and let him have his WrestleMania match with fucking Undertaker. That's the least you fucking AEW wrestling fans can do.
you know what, Polston? I can tell you what's gonna be great about AEW. Darby Allin skateboard. That's what's great.
What if Undertaker goes to AEW and then he fights Sting at their pay-per-view or whatever?
Undertaker, yeah, that's not happening.
Oh,
Undertaker's too loyal to do that.
Yeah, he's not going to do that. He'll go to wrestle in WWE. Now, you know, the closest thing that I can think of AEW could potentially do, and I think this is probably going to be something that they're going to try to shoot for too in WWE. But if the closest thing that AEW could do to that is try to get in Bobby Lashley and have Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar.
oh yeah.
I think WWE is going to end up doing that. I think that they're going to have to. Hopefully, they do it and just
And
fucking.
who do you think they're going to let win that match? Lashley?
If it would be me, it would be Lashley. If it'd be me, because Brock Lesnar is going to go away for a little while, and you don't know what. But you can go ahead and use that to go ahead and put
Lashley over.
Yeah, where he needs to be. So yeah, they might as well go ahead. Yeah, I thought it was kind of. They said that they kind of saved him a little bit with the. God, I can't think of the Biggie Langston. Yeah. Which I think that Biggie, I don't mind Biggie Langston having the title. I just, have a problem with him having the title and still being in the New Day, because it's lame as hell.
He should have been like by himself.
He should have, he should have already turned like into a heel, preferably, and then did his own thing and just wrecked New Day or something.
Is Albert Del Rio coming back to the WWE? I didn't know that.
I haven't heard anything, but it wouldn't bother me if he did. I know that people have an issue with him saying, "Oh, he threatened to rape a woman" and all this other shit, but I don't know, because most of that fucking shit is bullshit. It's made up for fucking. It's kind of like your Deshaun Watson thing, and like the whole what is it that they did here recently with the Jacksonville Jaguars, fucking Urban Meyer's thing. They put out these little horrible
storylines and stuff. Yeah.
It's lame. I don't pay attention to them.
Hey, Donovan just said that Paige might come back. Wow.
Be interesting.
That would be interesting if Paige can come back. What's the next pay-per-view? Oh, shit. What is it? November, right? Survivor Series, right?
If it's Survivor Series, I guess The Rock will be coming back, huh?
Let me see. I'm gonna read it right now. It's wait, hold on. What is the pay-per-view for November? Wait, no, November 2021 WWE. It's is it Elimination Chamber? No, it can't be. It's got to be Survivor Series, right?
I would have to be. It wouldn't be Elimination Chamber, because Elimination Chamber is the one before
Mania.
Mania, yeah.
Yeah, Survivor Series is November 21st. It's got to be Survivor Series.
Yeah, so it'll be the next pay-per-view. And The Rock is going to come back. And that's probably where they're going to start the feud with him and Roman Reigns.
Yeah, the Royal Rumble is going to be January 29th of next year.
So
we got Super Showdown February 24th, and then it's WrestleMania April 2nd and 3rd in Dallas.
What they need to do This is what I would do if I was him. I would have Brock Lesnar beat Biggie Langston for the title, and then have Bobby Lashley win the Royal Rumble and face Brock Lesnar. Go on a run, and then book that, and then you could have maybe have like Edge come back in some sort of capacity. I don't know if the Undertaker is going to come back this year because there'd be no reason for him to come back this year.
So Lesnar wins the title, and then you got Lashley taking the title from him at WrestleMania.
Right, yeah.
Nice.
Have him go on a Monster Hill run.
Dude, that would be sick.
Yeah.
Who would you get out of Rock and Roman Reigns?
I think Roman Reigns has to win that match.
I agree.
Because, like I said, The Rock's going to go off and do other stuff. But, you can run with Roman being a heel for another year. And then, until you can build up somebody that could be a heel. And then, have him take the belt off of Roman. And then have Roman out for a while. Give him some time off to go and do other stuff until you can bring him back and then, put him back in as an anti-hero probably.
Well, Roman's already pretty much a heel now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a heel now. So you would have to bring in a bigger heel, like a monster heel or somebody that comes in and could take his place as a heel.
What about John Cena? Do you think he wrestles or no?
No. He's I don't think that if he does come back, he's only going to come back for, like nostalgia shows and stuff. But yeah, it's not going to, maybe he can come back and put over a guy like Drew Gallows, maybe. Somebody like that.
Oh, okay. So not to put him in the. So what about Alexa Bliss? Do you think she should still carry that character where she's kind of like Abigail or Sister Abigail, but raised
Well,
not anymore?
It's a ripoff to me personally. It's a ripoff of Rosemary.
Wait, it's a ripoff of what?
Rosemary. To me, it's just a ripoff of Rosemary. Is who it is. She's
Fair
just
enough.
Yeah, she's just doing Rosemary to me. If people like it, then yeah, go with it. If not, it's one of those things. It's not gonna, it's not gonna gain any more interest into WWE. You know what I'm saying? Because it is a kind of a hand-me-down character.
And you don't work tomorrow?
Me, no. I gotta wait for the electrician. But no, since I didn't take that cab, But dude, I have like so many people coming up and offering me jobs. Like next week, fuck, dude. I have like people calling me on the phone offering me jobs.
Nice.
I want to get this workforce. Person stops me. Well, you want to apply for here? Then have another person call me. You want to apply for here? And I, have applied. I need to go back and follow up on them. I had some stuff go down today, so I had to stay at home. I couldn't go. I couldn't do interviews today, but I need to have somebody here before I take off and go out of town, and so I got to make arrangements so I can go in.
Oh, you're going out of town?
No. I need somebody here so I can go into town and do the interviews and stuff. I had a girl call me twice today saying, I heard you're looking for a job. Well, are you still looking for a job? I'm like, yeah, well, I've got, I went to the workforce, right? Texas workforce. And they actually interviewed me for a position there at the Texas workforce. And then Harbor Freight's offered, he said they had positions open and they were looking for people. So they stopped me. And mind you, that this isn't a job fair. This is just going up to the Texas workforce. These were people there. And then another place called Channel Control, they were hiring. And they said, hey, put in for our job. I'm like, okay, so I put in for their job. And then today, 2 other people called me. We heard you're looking for a job.
Is it in the same field?
There's just various jobs. It's not technically in the same field. I was going to go ahead and apply for APHIS, because APHIS had a really, really good job that paid anywhere from $40,000 to $80,000. And, you would think that job would be gone like that. But guess what? You look into it, and they're like, due to EO 14043, we require you to get the fucking vaccine. And I said, well, you can go ahead and keep your fucking job then, because I'm not going to apply for it.
No,
I'm not going to waste my time. I don't care how much you're paying for that job. I could do the job, but yeah, I'm not going to apply for it because it's the whole reason, and that's what I don't think a lot of these companies get. You go ahead and keep fucking with that executive order and I want to go ahead and make this known. It wasn't Joe Biden that started these mandates. This isn't Joe Biden. This is Donald Trump that started the mandates. But yeah, you think that you have you make your choice. You make your decision. You're going to sit there and honor this executive order, which is unconstitutional. Well, then I can't work for you. That's it.
The rumors of the Panthers are offering McCaffrey and picks for Watson is interested.
Yeah, I would take that if I was you.
Yeah, I would take that too.
Then you wouldn't have to worry about getting Kenneth Walker. You could then double down on your offensive line in those rounds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can get that defensive end, but if you don't get the defensive end, then you can always get
Stingley.
You know what I'm saying? Or you can get Stingley if you're in the second. If you're in the third, you can get Matt Curl, and then you would have a running back to go with him. Then just get out of A&M and go ahead and get you a couple of good offensive linemen. You'll be okay. You'd be able to turn that team around pretty quick.
Yeah, I know your Cowboys got Minnesota this week, so that's going to be an interesting game. They say Dallas usually struggles against the Vikings, but then they say Cousins usually struggles in night games.
Yeah. And see,
kind of like a 50-50.
Yeah, it's the only thing is that we do struggle against the Vikings. It's the curse of the Great Train Robbery. You know what I'm saying? Getting all them draft picks and fucking fleecing Minnesota for Herschel Walker and got all them draft picks, and ever since they've had our number, dude.
Damn, but I know y'all beat them last year, right? With Andy Dalton. I think.
We beat the Bengals, but I don't know about Minnesota.
Oh. Damn. I can't believe I kept you up this late. 12:41. Holy shit. He said, Cowboys fan for life. We beat the Vikings last year. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Cowboys fan for life. That's what's up.
Usually we don't play teams, we do it annually. So did we beat them? Was it on Thanksgiving maybe?
I know y'all got the Raiders Thanksgiving this year. That's going to be a good game.
Yeah, that's going to be a really good game. And that's what I'm going to say that's a 2023 Super Bowl preview. Because that's who I'm picking next year.
So next year so you're saying the Cowboys will make it next year and you got them against the Raiders.
Right, yeah.
And who do you got this year again?
Cleveland and LA Rams.
Oh, shit. And who do you got to win?
Cleveland.
Wow.
Cleveland is gonna do it because they got a better running game. I like a running game. They got Nick Chubbs, and that was one of the guys I wanted to get in Dallas. Was Nick Chubbs before Zeke Elliott? You know what I'm saying? They picked up Zeke Elliott, and I'm like, man, I want a defensive end, or I want a defensive lineman.
Who did you want originally?
Forrester would have been good. I was hoping that Bosa would fall to us. That's really who I wanted was Bosa, but Bosa ended up getting taken. But that's who I wanted, and I'm like, we can get a running back in the next draft. You know what I'm saying? We can get Dalvin Cook. He'll be out.
Yeah, Cowboys fan for life said he wanted Ramsey.
Yeah. A lot of people did, and that would have been okay too. I wanted some sort of defensive player on there, but yeah, I thought Zeke was a bit of a reach, and especially with Dalvin Cook coming out the following year, and then Nick Chubbs, he was playing for Georgia, and I think he had gotten hurt, but I knew he was going to be a special player too, so I wanted one of those two.
Nice.
And I remember having arguments. I was like, man, that next running back class is going to be loaded. You got Fournette, you got Cook, you got all these great running backs that are going to come out the following year. Why not hold up and get a defensive end? But yeah, we ended up getting Zeke.
And you're fine with the pick, though, right?
I am okay with it. You know what I'm saying? I do think that running back is important, but I think we could have probably traded back and got some more compensation to pick up Zeke if we were going to get Zeke. You know what I'm saying? Because usually running backs don't go that high. You know, you could usually get them a little bit later. You could have went ahead and traded back. You know, let somebody else pick up a player that they wanted, and then probably still could have landed Zeke a little bit later, and then recovered a second or third round. You know, if you were going to do that.
And what do you think the Cowboys do in the draft? You said that for next year.
Next year, Arden out of Michigan, maybe. Somebody for that defensive line, so they can go ahead and move back Micah Parsons back to linebacker.
Oh, you think he'll be more effective as a linebacker?
Yeah, I think we can get some more, get another edge rusher, and then put him back at linebacker. That way, it'll help against the running game and whatnot. And he could still come and put extra pressure on the quarterbacks, especially if it's a running quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And you think of somebody like Lamar Jackson or somebody coming to Dallas. Yeah, you get past Arden or you get past Lawrence and you get past Golston and Oase, then yeah, you'll have Michael Parsons anyway. So you'll shut down every part of the field, and this will also make the secondary a lot better. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
And then in the second round, you say you go what? What position would you go in the second round?
I'd probably add some depth on center, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Or the offensive line somewhere. Add some depth. I mean, one thing that you don't need is wide receivers. And you got Pollard and you got Zeke. So unless you're planning to cut ties with Zeke, and then you might want to look at running back, you might as well go ahead and put that into the offensive line. The defensive line and the offensive line are definitely two key positions that you want. They're very undervalued as far as the NFL is concerned. So, yeah, those are, if you can get some good O-line and D-line, particularly in the second and third rounds. Because, I mean, you look at Dallas's O-line in the 90s, and most of those guys were picked up in the third and fourth rounds. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, they wouldn't first-round picks. People always think of, left tackle, right? And that's always the first round. You want a good left tackle to guard your blind side. But all the other fucking linemen, they're completely undervalued. You know what I'm saying? But you could have even if you have just a decent, left tackle. But if you got a great right tackle and, guard and all that kind of stuff, it'll make that left tackle's job a hell of a lot easier.
Nice.
So, I mean, you have the good line all the way down, and then, yeah, you'll be okay. You're going to win ball games. Same thing with the defensive front. And a good offensive line can make an average running back look like a great running back. A great defensive line can make an average secondary look like a great secondary. Now, you look at Trayvon Diggs, how many interceptions? He has an interception in every game this year.
Yeah.
Last year, he was getting ate the fuck up. He was getting burnt. And why do you think that? Why do you think he's got all these interceptions this year? He didn't get that good within one season. No, it's because the defensive line got a hell of a lot better because of Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn knows that.
Nice.
So yeah,
Dan Quinn ultimately came in and changed the whole. He upped the tempo basically.
Yeah. He basically effectively. But like I said, you look at Golston, right? Now that guy's a lot like Terrell Lewis, like I wanted last year. You look at that Osawa guy, and you're looking at a guy like Gross Matos, and then you put him next to DeMarcus Lawrence. So last year I was already looking at the same shit that Dan Quinn drafted this year. And then last year I was looking at L'Jarius Sneed for Kansas City, that cornerback in Kansas City. I wanted him over Trayvon Diggs myself. But I wanted Chase Claypool, the guy in Pittsburgh. I wanted that as a wide receiver over CeeDee Lamb the third or fourth round, trying to pick him up so he could be our red zone threat. And I thought we could have done a lot more and then I would have got Cesar Ruiz last year in the first round as center. So then the offensive line would be set. The Joe Looney you could move at guard. You could have moved Batty as a backup center. And you could have your offensive line would have been set. You could have run the ball a lot better, and then your defense would have been a lot better. And so as long as you're sustaining drives, because one of the reasons why it's better to run the ball, have a dominant running game and have the quarterback facilitate the running game instead of vice versa, is because you control the ball a lot longer running the ball than you do passing the ball. If you start passing, too much and, it's not effective, this drains down the defense because the defense is having to stay out there longer. That was what part of the problem with the old Houston Oilers are. But if you're running the ball, that defense has a lot more time to go ahead and, just refresh on the sidelines and to build up some real momentum. So whenever they come out, they're making turnovers, right? The offensive comes back out and it scores. You know what I'm saying? Because the defense can, especially if you're playing against a team that's going to do a hurry-up offense, then, it's going to take a lot out of a defense, and the defense gets tired. So that's why I'm saying that, if Houston can get a running game going and then, get a passer who can just go ahead and facilitate that running game, it's going to be a lot better. You're going to win a lot more games. That's why whenever you see these – that's why Brett Favre didn't win as many Super Bowls. You know what I'm saying? That's why Aaron Rodgers only won one Super Bowl. That's why Drew Brees only won one Super Bowl. Yeah, you're throwing for 5,000 yards, but you're not winning Super Bowls that way.
Now, I know you kept telling me you want to build on defense first and then the run game, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I remember when you said that, Dak's having an amazing season in terms of, yards thrown, but I remember one thing you saying is you're we lack the run game,
Yeah.
And that the defense is going to have to be out on the field too much.
Yep. And that's what happened to us last year. And our defense was meh last year, but it wasn't totally horrible, but it wasn't good neither. And like I said, whenever Dak was Zeke would only get 10 carries, and then he would get 40 yards, and then Dak was throwing 60 times a game. But it wasn't accumulating to any wins. It was just accumulating to a lot of yards for Dak.
So there was no balanced attack.
Right. And that was my issue with Dak. I'm like, fuck, if you can't run the ball, then, you're not going to get any wins. And I don't care if Dak threw for 5,000 yards, 6,000 yards, how much ever he was on pace for throwing. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It's not accumulating into any wins.
Facts.
You go back and look at Drew Brees. How many fucking times did Drew Brees get to the playoffs throwing for 5,000 yards? Once?
Right.
So, yeah.
Even Aaron Rodgers struggled too.
Yeah. And like I said, but those teams already know that, hey, look, we'll go ahead and let you get into the playoffs. I'll go ahead and give you a win in the regular season because I want to see you in the playoffs. And whenever I see you in the playoffs, I'm going to beat you in the playoffs because you're a one-dimensional team. All we got to do is shut down Aaron Rodgers. If we shut down Aaron Rodgers, you're not going to win.
Right.
San Francisco made it to the fucking Super Bowl. Shutting down Aaron Rodgers.
That is a good point.
So, yeah, that's why you get these Lamar Jacksons and, these Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs year after year. Is because if I'm in the NFL team and, you're only coming at me with Aaron Rodgers or you're only coming at me with Lamar Jackson, I only have to game plan for one person. You know what I'm saying? You're kind of like a buy in the playoffs.
Nice. Well, that's going to change this year. I think Cowboys and Packers are definitely going to be two sleeper teams.
Yeah, I think that the Cowboys are going to take them, though. We have the advantage on the run game.
Do you think it'll be a close game?
I hope not. I hope the fucking Cowboys beat them for every fucking year the Packers beat us in the playoffs. I hope it's like fucking 56-0.
Facts. Damn, I don't think it'll be 56-0, but I think it'll be pretty close.
It'll probably be close. But, yeah.
That'll probably be the Texans score for this week against the Rams. 56-0. I'm gonna be watching all these horror movies. I ain't gonna fuck watching that game. Fuck out of here with that, man. I'll just look on the ESPN thing. That's it.
See how many pick sixes Davis Mills can throw this game. See if he can break Matt Schaub's record, huh?
Yeah. Fuck that guy, man. I just want the season to be over with for us. But I mean for everybody else,
Well, I mean, there has to be something to say positive about your team. Is that you did get the second best quarterback in the draft.
Yeah, I know that's because all the quarterbacks in this year's draft sucks. I mean, I think Mac Jones by default is the best, but that's because he's with Belichick. But I mean, I'm not saying he wouldn't have been good if San Francisco would have picked him, but he landed in the right place. I think Mac Jones will probably be the best quarterback in this draft class.
I'm going with
everybody that too.
I'm going with Sam Ellinger.
Okay.
If he ever starts, I think that he'll. And like I said, the reason why I like Sam Ellinger is because he was on a suspect offense at Texas. He still put up decent numbers. Most of the games that Texas won was on the arms of Sam Ellinger. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have Bijan Robinson doing what he's doing now, And so, yeah, he was throwing. I mean, it did look like his goddamn wide receivers were playing volleyball.
Oh, facts.
He was hitting them in the hands, but they would just kind of bat it down, not even try to catch it. So I was like, you want to talk about, the NFL is WWE. Well, then college football definitely looks like NXT.
Right.
So some of them guys,
good point.
Yeah, not even trying to make those catches. And I was sitting there saying, if these guys were making the catches that he was hitting them in the hands with, then his stats would be amazing. And he was keeping plays alive. He was running around, running for, he was constantly having to run out of the pocket and make plays happen, keeping plays alive. So I'm like, yeah, he's going to be kind of like a Russell Wilson or a Drew Brees or a Tony Romo, one of these guys who goes under the radar. He's going to sit down. He's going to learn the game. And then he's going to use his natural talents that he had at Texas, and he's going to make some plays for somebody eventually. So I think that he was actually the best one. And then I think that Kyle Trask, and then probably those are the two that I thought were going to be the best ones. But see, Trask is backing up Brady right now. So he's in a good position too.
Sounds like that makes a lot of sense. All right, well, shit, we're already hitting 1 o'clock in the morning, man. I ain't gonna lie, I'm trying to fight to stay up, man. So I'm gonna head to sleep, man. I'll hit you up tomorrow, man. Hey, and I appreciate Ferris and Donovan, all you guys in the chat room, man. I'll be live streaming tomorrow night, so hope to see you guys tomorrow. We'll talk more football.
All right, man. That sounds good. I'll talk to you.
Bro. Good night.